Hello, people. Well, even though there's not that many in, it's fun, but it's just one of them. Everybody's busy. It's Thursday, so some people do late night shopping. So it's just one of them. And it doesn't matter what day of the week you're going to do it. People are just going to do things what way they can do it. And John is doing an escape. Whee! And off he goes. So obviously, people have got plans. People are trying to get out and about. People are trying to get ready. It's just all chaos. So whoever's watching, I hope you're okay. Yes, it's probably going to be a quiet one tonight, but that is fair enough. I expect that over December time. It's always a bit awkward, so it happens. Oh, we got David Bat Ears. Okay, that's a new name. Whether it's a person I know or not, know or do not know, then pass. So hello, hope you're okay. Yeah, I did give out my link, but like I said, gets up more. It's more. Do you know what, my words are not coming out today? I need to put bloody new batteries in. Oh dear. So how are you today, John?
All right, thank you. All right. I've been busy. Did I say last week?
Yeah, you went to a finger yesterday. Yesterday was it a meeting or something? You went.
Oh yeah, community meeting in
Ashton.
No, up Strinesdale, Moorside.
Oh, near me.
Club, yeah.
Not far from me. Hello, Dee. Good day.
About a rogue landowner who's just been causing antisocial behaviour for over a year.
Oh God, not good.
He bought some land, applied
Yes.
for planning permission. His planning permission got refused, and since then he dumped loads of rubbish, like 3 or 4 abandoned caravans on the site. I went up, it was dangerous. It was filthy. I tried to examine like the caravans, and they just look abandoned. But he did it on purpose. And since he got rejected for planning permission, he's just ignored every council letter, anything official they sent to him, and then as well, 2 of his dogs killed someone else's dog and attacked a woman. He's just a right nuisance, and like. He's intimidating the residents, and there's loads of semi-elderly like residents in that area, and it's just a disgrace. And it seems like he's untouchable. And when we went to the meeting, I'm at it like that, me. Hang on, my camera's not working properly. It's not letting me.
Yeah, I don't see no background. All I see is that pale green background. That's all I can
what's
see.
What's going on here?
Do you not know? Oh, there it is.
All right. And so I got up and said a couple of things, but we've got a meeting on Monday with the Chadderton councillors, Chadderton Wellbeing Centre, and we're going to mention that hotel and some HMOs, and we've got like recorded cases. We've got like 2 being picked up in an HMO in Chadderton last year, and then there was some guy at the hotel. There was a man sexually assaulted near the hotel area, and we brought all this up to him. We want updating.
Yeah, you want to know where everything's got to, because it's not right. Because if it was anybody else that was doing it, they would have been bloody stuck, locked up. So,
and you hear these stories, and I know I've documented things, but one woman was telling me that like she walks a dog on canal, and like these guys who are from the hotel, they're not friendly with anyone there. They're not friendly. You know what I mean? They're just not. And if I was staying in an hotel somewhere and I was like out for a walk, I'd be nice and friendly with the people in, there. But these guys are not friendly. And So there's a lot less traffic now on that canal area because of this. And this is what all the local people are telling me.
That's not good at all.
Got to keep pressure on the police and the councillors to make sure, we're not like backing down. And I'm not doing. They've obviously Reform and the Conservative Party, Max Woodvines and Lewis Quigg said something in the council, but like I said, it's 4 years too late, Jackie.
4 years it's been going on.
Yeah, that hotel's been open 4 years, and I was the first person to report on it in 2021. Go to the hotel, talking to the guys coming out.
Yeah.
And I talked to them about healthcare, and then we found out that the doctors were private.
Good God, and we can't even bloody afford private. Even the people at work can hardly afford it, and then they're getting it for free. What's fair of that? It's not fair. Hold on a minute. Hello, Sue, and hello, Andrea, and yeah, David. I'm fine, thank you very much, mate. Thank you for asking. So I'm just not ignoring chat. Go on, carry on, John.
No, so they've got serious concerns. So we've got a meeting Monday, and it's at Chatterton Wellbeing Centre, and it's more than likely Elaine Taylor, who is Deputy Labour Party leader, Deputy Labour Party leader in Oldham, and she was at the meeting last night, so she'll be there, and they're going to get it again. And we've already give police information. We've showed them they know about these cases, and they're investigating them. Now, last year, there was a case of an HMO in Chatterton. Now, I don't know which part of Chatterton. I don't know if it's central, south, or north.
Yeah.
But hopefully, I will have that information before Monday. And then I'm going to bring it to them Monday. You know what I mean? And then, like a lot of people, it's not happening in my area, so I won't say anything. The thing is, guys, it happens in every area.
They just stealthily bring them in without saying anything. Then they suddenly appear there, and once they're there, you can't get rid.
Well, HMOs in Denshaw, HMOs, W Hotel, owned by that rogue landowner I was telling you about. He's got it. He's making it into an HMO. There's been Springhead and other areas. There's been issues there with like possible planning permission, but I get that all the time. No, it don't bother me. It won't happen here. As soon as you finish with Oldham Town Centre, it goes to everywhere else. And if people haven't realised that, then you need to go back to fucking nursery or something. But I'm going to be bad. People don't say anything because it's far away or whatever. But now it's happening at other hotels. Serves you right. If you've got an issue with it, serves you right. You should have come down to the Victoria when they started. 23rd of August, should have been standing with us. And if we'd have done this 4 years ago, we wouldn't have this issue with HMOs and hotels. We just wouldn't have it. But you lot, I don't mean you lot in the chat. I'm trying to say this to people in Oldham who know me and see me stuff. It's your fault. It's your fault.
They are numpties. They really are. Really.
And one of the things, right, that's like I think's broke up, is we just don't have any value. It's every man and every woman for themselves. Which in the short run is okay, but in the long run it's not. Because you've got no one to rely on and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You haven't. So even if you live in Saddleworth, you better start turning up at that hotel because they're going to be going up there next. And you're already getting hundreds of houses built in Saddleworth. And they're not just going to be housing like Oldham residents. You'll be getting Afghans and everything. And then crime will start going up in your area. And then you'll go, oh, what's going on? Just like that Lib Dem deputy leader. She started whinging because we were going to put 600 migrants in her town. So she started whinging. This is a Lib Dem, who's refugees welcome. And she started, let me just, I'll find a name. I don't make things up. I'll find a name.
Dee, did you actually film it? So it would have been really cool to see that.
What, last night?
Oh, no, Dee's in Australia. Oh. No, she was just saying about a huntsman spider attacking a beetle and lizards.
Oh.
They are fast. Hello, Leah. Yes, it's all your fault. All your fault. Just blame you.
Sorry, yeah, it was the Green deputy leader complains about 600 asylum seekers being housed in her local area. Yeah, you know, like, this is a person who would call you the R word and all them words when you say things. And she does. There's videos of her calling, saying refugees welcome, calling everyone in England racist. I hate saying, we don't say them words, try not to say them words. But
yeah, but it's a real big throwback word, because basically if you say something, it doesn't matter, you know, what they've done. Well, it does matter what they've done. But I'm just saying, it doesn't matter what they've done. As soon as you say something against them, it's like, oh, you're a racist, you're a racist. It's like, no, I'm not picking on them because of their race or having to go about them. It's what they've done. It's the crime they've committed. Doesn't matter what bloody colour you are. It doesn't stop you committing a crime. You don't come with a little label, you know. You know, it's just, it's annoying.
Yeah, Rachel Millward. Opposition to housing of 600 asylum seekers in her local area. You just couldn't make it up, guys. You know, and I don't want them at that hotel. I don't want any in Oldham, tell you the truth. And that's what, when I get on council, my first speech will be Oldham's shut, and Oldham is for Oldham residents only. You know what I mean? Yeah. We can do that. The council can do that. They can stop this. But all these migrants coming in, it adds bonus to Ruth Shah, who gets Leader of the Year award because she's so accepting. Honestly, you couldn't make it up. Couldn't make it up with these numpties.
Oh, she really is.
But yeah, so busy. Even though it's coming up to Christmas, I'm really busy, Jackie, and I'm moving as well. We're hopefully be moving in January.
Oh, yeah, you better give us your new address then if you're escaping.
Well, I'm not escaping. I want to move to Hollingwood.
That's miles away.
and
yeah, it helps because you're obviously trying to thingy for there, aren't you?
Yeah, that's where I'm getting in. Yeah, that's where I want to be a councillor. So I've got my eye on Hollingwood, and I've got a 2-bedroomed adapted property. So it's wanted, this property. So they should go out of the way for me.
Oh yeah, they should do, because
they should do. I just want
in there when she was ill. So yeah,
I just want a 1-bedroom flat anywhere. You know what I mean? That's all I want, is a 1-bedroom flat, and I'll be happy. I don't care what position, where it is in Hollingwood. I'm not bothered if it's a big block of flats. I'm not bothered if it's an house split into 2 or whatever. I just want a 1-bedroom property, so that'll do me.
Yeah, that's how my son Michael did when he went to Haywood, but now he's going to end up having the entire house to himself now. So it's even better, I suppose. It's just bad because, I mean, he lived near the I think they were like flats near Sainsbury's, but they were awful. The noise on there as well. Oh, sorry for him living on there. I'm like, yeah, it might be nice inside, but nah. Where you're situated, it's shit. Far bad. Oh, hello, Lorenzo. So here we go. It says, so John, can you share and flat in a block of flat with 950, so 599 Afghans? No.
Well, if that was in Hollingwood, I would go in that flat. I would live there, and I would get on with the people who were there. If I didn't get on with the people, it's bad for them, because I want to run as a council. I'll be phoning fucking police on them. But I'd live in that block of flats. Not ask me, you know. I'm not like feared of anything, right, like that. You know what I mean? Unless like they put a load of people in who are going to murder me in my bed. or anything, but you know, no fee. I just want to go in Hollingwood area where I'm running to be a councillor. I don't care what kind of, if it's a small block of flats. They have one big block of flats in Hollingwood. You know, like about 20 floors up, just one big block like that. There's some other maisonettes and that, but I'm not bothered. I just want somewhere in Hollingwood, and that's where I want to be. Get my council seat, and I'm confident I will. So
it's better. Yeah, getting too warm already. It's 26 degrees in this room at the moment. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, hi, Rob. With that.
Oh, yeah, you have to keep it warm, don't you? Your house.
Well, just this room. So this room is very, very warm because obviously the creatures, and then some of them got like heat mats behind them and spotlights and all sorts. But then I've got this oil-filled radiator, which is pretty warm. Well, hot. So, yep, I do. So I'm warm. So I'm just seeing who else. Oh, IDQ, DR. I was going to say DQ for some bloody reason. IDR, Merry Christmas. I'm assuming we're not going to see much over the next few weeks then. I know people may disappear later because Melissa's having a birthday as well. So we'll just see how it goes. I'm not going to be on for bloody hours anyway, so you're fine. 36 degrees. See, that's it. The summer's gone all the way over to Australia now. Jammy sods. Jackie turns off everything in that room. The lights on the street globe. No, it doesn't work like that, Lorenzo. Cheeky item. Bloody hell. Now you could say that to Leah. She's got a lot more animals than I have. A hell of a lot more animals. Yeah. Yeah, it's Melissa's. But if I'd known it was her birthday, I would have not done a live tonight because obviously I normally go on hers. So it's like, ew. She didn't say, and she's not even put anything up because I've looked. There's no thumbnail or anything saying, "Oh, yeah, it's my birthday again." Good throttle her. And I don't always sit on Facebook as much. I just don't sit in them all. I just go in for a few minutes and then bugger off again. Just can't be doing with it because everybody, doesn't matter what, flip it. Yeah, she's meant to be going live because it's her birthday. She doesn't go live that often. She just does it on her birthday. So there you go. Hi, Dave. Oi, oi, the crazy one is here. Oh, God, help us. I think I did throw the link on Leah's group on Facebook. Yeah, in her messenger. I did. Maybe pop over to hers after yours. Yeah, because I'm going up to maybe between 11, 12 o'clock, and that's it. But also, because I've got the sand. Where's she bloody? She's gone around the corner, the little git. Yeah, she has. I can hear her. Because I want to clean her out. If I don't do her tonight, sounds bad that. If I don't clean her out tonight, I'll clean her out tomorrow. She's just walking around having a nosy, trying to see if anything's escaped because she'll just eat them. Quite funny, really. Well, she said, "Where's Dee? Where's Dee going?" See, this is why I ask people that have gone to different countries or live in different countries. Shit, bushfires. That's bad.
Did I tell you? I seen me. I went Colombia with our Cassim medical treatment. Did I tell you I seen a hummingbird?
Nope.
Never. You know, like obviously I've been to zoos and aviaries and all that, but I'm just in this like local park area, like trying to do a video, and I just in front of me there was an hummingbird in the tree. Now I tried to get my phone out to take some pictures, but it was small, and I just struggled, and the pictures I got were blurry. But it was just a surprise, you know. Like obviously I've never seen one in the wild, but there were one there in front of me, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I bet. Nice. That's what I mean. It's nice seeing natural wildlife rather than having to go to a zoo. For fair enough, it's a convenience of going to a zoo and watching them. But to actually see them in their natural, habitat, it's like, wow.
And I've got another video somewhere when it goes dark and went down this road. Just on one side, there's like loads of bushes, and I'm not joking. The insect noise is deafening. If I was trying to talk to you, I would have to raise my voice if we was walking down the path next to these bushes. And somebody said, you just don't sit on the grass. I said, why? I said, you probably get killed by something poisonous. And I thought, whoa.
Yeah, well, there'll be ants and all sorts. You just don't know. So, yeah, just take up a little chair and something. And you
Yes,
still
Adrian, thank you.
It should be there tomorrow. Well, we'll see what happens, Leah, because things have been getting delayed like mad. Because, yeah, royal fail strikes again. That's all I can call them. Royal fail. They are numpties. Cicadas are so noisy. Yeah, I've heard they're meant to be really noisy. Aren't they the ones, I can't remember now, ones that like appear every so many years? Something like 8 or 12 years or something daft like that. I might be wrong because I don't know everything about them because I'd be lying. Yeah, I hope so too, Leah. Not. I'm only kidding. But yeah, just see how it all goes. Because I bought some more pink dragons, millipedes. Because yeah, I just wanted some more. And it took them 2 days to get here. So let's see what happens. Yeah, because Saturday I won't be in, and tomorrow I don't go out till later. Because I normally go to the pet shop on a Thursday, but it's like, oh, I did my delivery late. It's like, that's all I can say.
1 minute, I'm gonna go and get myself a cuppa and roll myself a ciggy.
Siggy. Yes, Siggy. Yeah, I know in Australia you've got your native birds, you've got quite a few parrots and you have budgerigars and all sorts, so it's really, really noisy. Jackie, the boxes are round 3 and round 5. Yeah, I know you've added these other specific things to get as well. So we'll just see how that goes. So that'll be joyful. I will try and throw if I can present it, I'll throw it up in a minute if I can. Yeah, well, I'm in Oldham as well as John, but he's proper Oldham, born and bred. I was never born in Oldham. I was born down the south part of the UK, even though I've lived here since I was 14 years old, something like that. I get slight bits of northern accents, but not completely. But yeah, John's proper Oldamer. Proper Oldamer. Your mob of cricket players are over here. Ashes. Oh no, cricket. I don't like sports, but I do know about it because I've been married to sports fanatics. It's just like, I'm really not a yes. So you do catch on things even when you try and ignore it. It's like, no, I don't want to know. Don't want to know. There you go. You'd have to have your head in the sand. So joys. That's it now. The bloody the British won't be used to the heat in Australia. They'll just all sweat. Especially if you're having 36 degrees. Yeah, balmy army. You'll have they'll have the sweat on. Joys. They could at least take the bloody rain with them. So frigging raining again. Like crappy weather. But then I'd rather it rained than snowed. I absolutely detest snow. I like it being nice and hot. I really do. Absolutely love it when it's nice and hot. Do not like the cold weather. I'm definitely in the wrong country for it. Hi, Tom on a mission. Hope you're okay, dude. I've got this phone on, but I'm going to put it on to this. So anything I've got to do, let's make sure the sound's off, otherwise it'll be a lot of reverb. Sounds like a flipping a disease or something. All right, where am I? I'm here. Simon did the thumbnail, but now he's doing AI videos at the moment, but he's doing it on another channel because he's got a few channels. So I don't know what the hell he's up to. Exactly. I'd rather be hot than cold. At least if you're too hot, you can cool down. Good fans or air conditioning, you'll be sorted. But when it's cold, it's like, no, I can't cope. So, yeah. I don't know whether Australia gets any snow. I'd be lying if I knew. I know Africa does because I used to watch a YouTuber who did, well, it's in South Africa, that is. And he showed bits of like little bits of snow, and I was like, wow. See, this is the disadvantage. If you lose weight when it's cold, it's awful. You are freezing and everything, and you're like, but then when you're overweight, even in the summer, you feel like you've got a sweat on every 2 minutes. So, oh, Tom on a mission, or Tom, don't worry about it, mate. I can understand what you're on about. So don't worry. We're not here to sit there and say, you spelt that wrong. It makes no sense. Punctuation's crap. You're not here to be judged. You're here to have a laugh. That's what happens. It definitely happens. Oh, good grief. Could do with a gallon of coffee. Instead, water at the moment. Oh, there you go. See, I didn't know. I know you do get some really cold temps in there, so I wouldn't be surprised. Hello, Steve. Stephen Yemek. Or Yemek. Don't know whether I'm saying it right. So, sorry. Hope you're okay, dude. I'm not going to say the word, is everybody ready for Christmas? Because that'd be just a blatant lie, because it's hard work. The only advantage we're doing is we're going to my son's for Christmas Day. It's easier when you go to somebody else's, because there's only 2 of us now. Even the guy that lives with us, he goes to some family for Christmas. So it's easier. So it's easy for us to go elsewhere. I mean, we have done Christmas dinner there, but this is when one of my sons, he lived not too far away and he was on his own, and it was like, nah, just come and have Christmas here. But now it's the other way around. We'll go to the other sons. In fact, it was my eldest son's son, my grandson, name. Oh, I don't think you could see it. I'll probably have to stand up. I heard that, Simon. You can.
I forgot to get your rice crackers, so
Okay.
you're right, having just a potato and cottage cheese.
Okay, and beans.
I haven't got any beans.
Damn, I'm gonna die. There you go. Okay.
Fish fingers and chips.
Yeah, okay.
Not fish fingers and chips.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Just watch out for the missus.
Why does she want it as well?
No. Okay. I left my cups on the bed as well for a coffee or whatever.
I've got a feeling.
I know. The riffraff's waiting, and Natsu's in the bathroom. Yeah. Dee says good day to you. Dee. She says good day.
Oh, hi.
So yeah, I've got me one of my grandchildren's names tattooed on my arm. So now it's just trying to catch other grandchildren, because I got a thumb print done. It was actually a birthday present, because he says, what do you want for your birthday? And I'm like, right, a lot of jewelry I can't wear. I don't wear gold because I feel it's cheap. I had loads of gold and I just sold it years and years ago and bought when the two younger kids were at home, I bought them both phones with the money that I had. I can wear silver, surgical steel, and it has to be zinc-free jewelry. So that's why I've got necklaces on. It's this bloody weird material instead. So I thought, no, I don't want that. I've got loads of ornaments. So I thought, you know what? Tattoo. You can't go wrong with that. So that's why I asked for a tattoo. Grandson's name and a thumbprint of him. So, yeah. But pretty cute. And besides, I've got plenty of room. And then he's showing off because he's got a big tattoo on his it's on his thigh, or was it on the back of his leg? I can't remember where it were. And it's of looked like a crow, a Viking, and there was something else in the picture as well. So that looked pretty cool. Yeah, I can't wear costume jewelry. I'm allergic to it. So this is like surgical steel and stuff like that. I can't. I think it's got zinc in it, so I'm allergic to zinc. I'm allergic to a few things, so I'll blame my mother. It's all their fault. Parents these days. Yeah, I don't know. I prefer the winter to get my tattoos done, because when you get tattooed, you got to keep it covered up. Where in the summer, it's too bloody warm to cover up. So when you when you cover it up in the winter, it's healing okay, and the sun bleaches it. So as long as you put plenty of hi Mike, as long as you put in plenty of sunscreen on and everything, then it's fine. It looks after them, because obviously I've paid quite a lot for some of them. So yeah. Paint cheap jewelry with clear yeah, you can do that, but sometimes it's not always 100%, especially when it starts wearing off and you wake up, you come with this rash all the way around. I've had it a few times and it's like so,
yeah, so I've got a cup of tea, and I've got 4 shortbread shortbread cookie things. Shortbread cake, biscuits, just plain. I've got 2 hobnobs, and I've got 2 coconut creams, and a cup of Red Label tea.
See, I've cut down on a lot of the other normal teas. I have there's only a couple of the Twining ones I'll drink, and it has to have Manuka honey in it for taste.
Honestly, Mike, when I were in my 30s, I'd think nothing of doing a full packet of hobnobs, even more sometimes. But I've got to be careful now. I'm 58. If I have a full packet, my stomach's killing me next day, and I'm on toilet.
You're older. You're not 58. I'm sure you're 59.
No, I'm 58.
Okay. Well, you're 80 then. Bloody hell, woman. 58. Yeah, it goes quick. Healthy snacks. Yeah, there is some you can have that's healthy, but a lot of it just does my stomach in. I have to be bloody careful. Yeah, you're only young, Mike. You're only 50. Jammy sod. You're right, Philip. You're all right, dude. Did you see me the thing at the end of my video from Monday with the sand spider? And even though I did it the bloody wrong way, that's why I had to put it on the end of the video. And then the random spider that I got, that I was not meant to have got, but it hitchhiked in a box I got from somebody. So I ended up with another spider. So I was like, that's not mine.
Oh, one of my mum's cups.
Cute. I have to be careful. That's why a lot of cups, if I get them now, I just put them away, because I've dropped them because of my wrists. Because I broke both wrists at one point, one year and one the year after. I did the right one first, and about a year later, you can't see it with all my bracelets on this. You see it? You might be able to see how bad it is.
Can't
It's
tell.
not. You can't. Hold on. It isn't. It's not straight. It's really bad. Because I'm not the what it was. I was at the Abbey in Oldham, and I'd only had maybe 1 or 2 drinks. Somebody was messing about outside and decided to. The trip fell on top of me, and I put my wrist out to obviously save myself and knock the bone out of place. So I don't remember much after that. All I remember is waking up the next day at home, and it's like, ow, and like, shit, what's my bone doing over there? So then it was like, yeah, hospital.
The Abbey, you mean the Abbey Inn, top of Middleton Road?
Yep, I used to go in there.
Yeah. It used to be a bit of a like an heavy metal spot, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it
Or
did.
whatever you want to call it.
Alternative music. No, I haven't, Shane. I'm sorry. You need to get your eyes tested, dude. You put more lights up around your house. Yeah, you definitely will. Definitely, dude. Yeah, I've only got 2 sound spiders, Philip. Only them 2. I haven't got as like many as you have, which is probably loads. So
1 second, I'm just gonna check my printer.
why? What's it doing? Is it doing acrobats?
I want to print something.
Ah, fair enough. Hope that's all right, Dave. What the hell's that? I remember eating that. Oh shit, she's rolled the bloody log, the silly woman. What are you doing that for? Oh, she's getting evils to the gecko. My crested gecko, he's okay, but because I put some cork bark in there, I know for a fact he's hiding behind there, which is better really, because you feel a bit more confident. I mean, he's got leaf litter in there, but the plant that was in there, he's crushed it. It's completely just disintegrated into the actual substrate. This year, no, I'm not going Chorley this year. No. We're going near there or towards there next year. Towards there. Because it's Simon's birthday in January. So I was going to take him somewhere, but then my daughter-in-law turned around and said that she would take him to the same place. And we're all going. So it's like, yeah. So it's even better. Yeah. I think I've still got your number, Mike. I think. As long as you've not changed it. So it'll be all good. See, people keep changing and adding bits to their names. They try, but they're failing. It's not like I don't know who you are. I will find you. Nah, not. I know you. Oh, you haven't. That's all right. I haven't changed mine, but I've got another number on my second phone, so I might start using that as things for where people can ring me up on and stuff like that. But I wouldn't do it yet. Bugger that. Because then if anybody annoys me, I can just block them. Well, I've had so many. Oh, I'll tell you what's annoying. When you get so many people that are ringing you up on your normal phone, and it's always something really, really crap. And it's just like they come out with your name and it's just like, yes, blah, blah, blah. They'll come out with this, that, and the other. And then you're just like, no, not interested. Bye. Put the phone down. But they always get you back with another number, the kids. I don't like O2 because Simon's got O2. Because, hi, Kieran. I don't like O2 because I find that when you're going around places, there's an awful lot of dead spots on it. Fair enough, you can get deals with them, but there is a lot when you go out and it will just go completely off. And it's just bloody daft. And that's always been a big problem with O2. It's like their coverage is really, really bad. I used to have a landline. I got rid of it. I hardly used it. It was just sat there gathering dust. And I know some companies do deals on landlines. But I just got rid of it. It was pointless. I very rarely used it. I mean, mobiles nowadays do an awful lot of deals, whereas before you couldn't use your mobile until after a certain time at night, where you would get like, you know, your peak and your off-peak hours. I mean, you'd get that on your landline, but now it's changed, and you can ring anytime, and you know, when you've got your deals on your mobile. And I just thought, do you know what? It's just gathering dust. So I got rid. And they're meant to be getting rid of them. But I feel sorry for the older generation, because not all the older generation can cope with using mobiles, even the ones with the big buttons. So see how it goes. So it is an awful lot of messing around. It's like when they're trying to do digital currency. Again, it will hit the elderly. It's just not fair on them. They're not used to all this. It's too technical for them. Some are clever, some can pick it up, but not others. No way. So I do feel sorry for when things get phased out like that. And then there's the other disadvantages if you use a card, because I know about the card machines as well. If you go in a place and it's got a card machine, like if you're paying somewhere, then they've got to take a extra money on top, but they've got to pay that on the card machine, and some places will charge you. So when I went to the hairdressers and she said, oh, you can use the card machine, and I turned around and said to her, so if I did a bank transfer, would that save you money than using the card machine? She said, yeah. I said, right, I'll do a bank transfer instead. Why not? But that's it. People, not everybody knows that. That's the problem. It should be you know, given as an option. If you use your card, then either you, because some places charge you, or the actual shop owner has to pay a cost on it. If not, use cash. So there you go. It's actually illegal to charge you. Yeah, it is illegal, but some try it. But the thing is, they've got to put the prices up to compensate for it. So it's not that. I talk to an awful lot of people in those shops anyway, so you find out. I mean, I already knew from mine and John's friend Chris anyway, but I knew before then. So it's just like, it's a pain in the ass. But then I'll only go to the bank when I find it's a little bit more busier. I'm very, very conscious of who's behind me and who's about. I will not do it at night on my own. Doesn't matter if I'm in a bloody wheelchair. Not wheelchair, mobility scooter. I won't do it. So I've always been like that. Just like, nope. If I'm really desperate, I should have got the money earlier, or, you know, there you go. And then people have got to watch out over Christmas. The machines become empty, which is a pain in the ass too. That's it. I've still got money boxes upstairs, which I've just filled with pennies and twos.
Listen, it's handy if you know where there's a cash machine that still does fivers.
There's not many, is there?
There's not many, but there's one in Oldham. There's one in Oldham, and I've had to use that many times because I've only had like £7 in bank or something like that.
I know not NatWest, Nationwide inside the bank does it, and I know, I don't think they've got their machine anymore. The Royal Bank of Scotland, was it the Royal Bank of Scotland? They had a machine at one point that did fivers too at one point. So the
fiver cash machine, I tell you, that's a blessing when you've got a town with a £5 cash machine. Yeah, saves the day many a times. That.
Yeah, and I don't like the idea of putting it on your phone, because what happens if you get your phone snatched? It's like bye. So it's like, yeah, I'm a bit funny.
Well, I love my phone as well, and I can do everything on my phone. I can do everything. I've even, on the way to town, and I know I'm going to get to Wetherspoons after 12, I've even ordered my breakfast on the phone on the way up, arrived after 12, and it's appeared on the table 2 minutes later. So
sometimes how can you guarantee that table's vacant though?
Don't matter. I'll just say I've accidentally ordered my food here. And I just wait at the table. That's mine. That extra slice of toast and a latte on the traditional breakfast and extra slice of toast. Cha-ching.
Yeah. That's it. I have to be careful now. I used to love eating bread. I can't eat as much bread as well. That does my stomach. I just end up in a lot of pain. Horrible, horrible pain. So, yeah, if I have, so I can't have much toast, or I've not had toast in fucking, nothing I've even had any toast this year. It's not that bad. It's just awful. It does me. I mean, where you could just simply go in and get a sandwich, and I'm like, shall I risk it? Shall I risk it? As long as my stomach doesn't start. Oh, I do online banking, but I don't leave anything logged in. I don't leave anything lying about. I'm very funny. Where things say, do you want to save this to remember later? I'm like, screw that. I'd rather remember later. Don't save them. Do not save it at all. So it's a lot safer if you do it that way. That's how I think anyway. So let's see how it goes. Well, the lowest amount is a $20 from an ATM. Bloody hell. It's bad because I know every now and again you can get some place to do £5 or £10, but then obviously if the machines run out of finger, then it's like £20. It's like, no. So £5 cash, because sometimes I find it easier if I'm buying something, then I've got that in change, but it doesn't happen very often. Not everybody can afford it. So, like I said, it's just best to keep the cash going. Don't give up on cash. Like I said, I still save coins. Fair enough, I don't get as much as I used to. But the odd times I've had places where they've been crying out for change, and I'll be like, right, let me know and I'll bring you like £1 worth of pennies or 2p pieces. You know. So I've got loads at home. I mean, loads that I've taken into the bank. But when I was using cash a lot more, friggin' heck, I was saving like 50 odd pound in pound coins. So I just throw it in, and then it was there. Now it's obviously I don't use it as much because you get some places that prefer card, and it's like, for God's sake, really? What if you could buy an expensive car and a bank card? I don't know. One, I can't drive, and two, I haven't a clue. Simple as that. So, yeah. Do you know what, the shampoo that the hairdresser, because I suffer dry skin, all my mother's fault. So my head gets a bit itchy, but the other stuff that I'm using, no itchy head. No, I don't use Head and Shoulders. It's crap. Bloody hell! As soon as it strips all the oils and goodness out of your hair. Like, nope, no way. So the stuff that I was using, I think they were 15, 20 quid a bottle. But then they put them up to 100, and I'm just like, no, I am not paying that. I do draw the line. They tried to stop cash, but big up Raw. The elderly don't have ATM cards. Yeah, see, that's it. The elderly can't cope. It's not fair on them. Why should they? Really not fair. So it should just be kept as an option. Knees and toss is better than head and shoulders. Yeah. Head and shoulders is awful. I mean, I got told years ago about how much it strips all the goodness out of your hair. So I use Aveeno at the moment. So that's pretty good. It's good for dry hair, the dry skin in your hair and everything like that. And it's pretty good. So that does me. So I'm happy about that. I don't know if it's more expensive if you buy it in the shop. So I buy it online instead. So yeah. I'm just having a look me. Motorbike on a bank card, but the motorbike shop said I have contacted the bank because it was on a big amount of money. Bloody hell. See, that's it. People either use bits of my glasses, credit cards or debit cards. God, I remember when it was a novelty to have a debit card. It was like, yay, I've got a debit card. Now it's like sometimes it is a pain in the ass. So There'll be something that'll happen. Something big will happen because there's so many glitches, and I don't like the digital as it is because it's things are getting hacked all the time. Things that have got so many firewalls and all sorts, and they still get hacked. It's like when they're doing these things for the smart roads, and I'm like, so which clever person thought of them? So who says nobody can hack that? That's putting all the the signage up and doesn't change it. I don't trust it. No, too much chaos for my liking. I use whatever my wife leaves in the shower. Then she moans it's running out. Jeez. That's no bloody good. I bet you've hardly got any hair. I just give the ones that I don't use anymore and give them to Simon. I'm like, yeah, this shampoo don't work on my head. You can have it. Otherwise, I'll just stick it in the bin. Because I'll try it for so long and then my head will start itching. And it's like, well, I know it's not dandruff. I know it's dry skin. And that's where people make the mistake. I bet your hair's like silk. Yeah, my hair's all fluffy at the moment. But I'm just lucky because at my age, it normally goes thinner. But I take vitamins and everything for my hair. So I'm a lot better. I said there'll be ways people can do it. But then I think with banks, I think they would have to consistently change a lot of the security all the time. But it's still worrying though. Hold on a minute, the bearded dragon's struggling. What are you doing? You silly woman. What are you doing? What are you doing, you silly woman? Yeah, I know. Let me just get this right for you. No, it's all right. It's okay. There. Sorted. Worse than having a child. I'll leave a log in front of the bearded dragon's enclosure, but because part of it sticks out, I push it under something so it doesn't roll over. Well, it's been moved forward a little bit, and she's rolled over on it, and she's underneath holding it like that. Like, I'm stuck. So I just sorted it out now. She's probably just going into her enclosure to warm up, and then she'll come back out again. Because even though it's warm in the room, it's cold on the floor because it's got that bloody, I forgot what you call it now, where they've done the floors with bits of wood. So I'm like, yeah. That's it. Have a look. The hacker, Gary Mechanic, who's stole over for. That's it. You hear an awful lot of stuff like that. Because I was partly watching, but I got a little bit bored, but I will go back to it, where the woman said that she was like some sort of millionaire. But
41's back.
Hey? All right. There's a woman, I forgot what she's called, Being Anna somebody. I've started watching some of that, so I'm going to catch on to try and watch it properly, because she was one of them where she managed to go in hotels, not pay for anything, get to places, not pay for anything, and somehow get all this credit. It's like, wow, I wish that could happen, but no. But I do need to watch it. What was the last thing that I watched now? Because I do like watching my real life crime as well. I like my real life crime. I like my horror. I like my mystery. I like my suspense. I like, things you've got to think about. I like things like that. But sometimes part of the way through, I've worked it out. I'm like, yeah, I know who's done it. And then when I find out I'm right, I'm like, yes. Balaclava, it doesn't work anymore because they've got so much security now. If you tried doing that with a bank, it wouldn't work. Whereas many, many years ago, you could have done. But nowadays, they've cracked down so much where they put things on the actual boxes that they bring in by the security. They put like this paint, not paint, is it a paint? No, a dye. They put dyes on things, and there's just so much security. So how people could get away with it now, it's just not going to happen. Well, you hear of so many people that try though, especially if they go into like a shop and it's just like, well, that's a business that's been, had its Now, yeah, it is like that. But there was lots of, you know, they have cracked down quite a lot on the security. I mean, the doors as well, they lock. Some of them lock, or they can lock them with buttons. And no, John's on the phone, I think, to somebody. He did say back in a minute. So, yeah, if he's on the phone to somebody, then obviously he doesn't really want everybody to hear on the live. The Halifax Bank then boxes what the security guard brings in. If you move the boxes away from the security guard, the money box they carry blows up with. Yeah, that's what I mean. There's so much security nowadays. So, yeah, they've cracked down because obviously it happened quite a bit. So they just, a Smurf. Exactly. So a Smurf, that's what they would have looked like. But there you go. Yeah, security's changed a hell of a lot. But sometimes I think security can be slightly over the top as well. So, especially when you get things like, we have face recognition. And it's like, well, what happens if it's somebody that's come back from work and they've gone into the shop to grab something? Are they going to get, what's the word, profiled? It's going to be awkward, isn't it? Ooh. It's in a shooting star. Yeah, you could do making a wish. Sounds cool. We had bloody foxes bloody battling out the front. But there was no chance of getting a camera because they catch you very, very quickly, do foxes. They're very fast. Take one look and it's like, nope, human, run. But yeah, I heard them and Simon was putting my scooter on charge. So yeah, he's seen them, but couldn't get his camera out in time. But they've been knocking over bins and everything. So probably having a party with the overflow of the bins. So what have I been doing? Like I said, I've got to clean her out. If I don't clean her tonight, it might be too long. Probably clean her out tomorrow, so she'll get cleaned out. I know these snakes need cleaning out. She got done not long ago. The other two need doing. But I don't do them all at once because it's too much for me to do all at once. But mind you, it depends on where you live, though, Mike. If you live like where it's an area that's not backing onto woods and whatever else, then you're very lucky to see anything. We live not too far from there's farms and everything up here, so it's pretty cool. So you get to see quite a few things. I mean, I know last year we seen a badger run across the road. So I know it's my first badger that I've seen in the wild, but it's Simon's second. Want to walk around the Royal Mint, watch them print them from £20 notes and £50 notes. Yeah, there's a time that you could use a £50 note, but now you'll even get some places that will actually refuse them and say they're not legal tender. So, yep. What did the foxy say? Oh, God, I absolutely detested that song. You do know that you're still muted, John, or you're still talking to somebody. Just put your thumb up if you're still talking to somebody. No, you can't hear me, so you must have muted me too. But, yeah. Nice when Jay is muted. Yeah, John's muted. He's muted himself, but he might have muted me as well if he's talking to somebody, so you can't hear me. Where's Matt? Matt's out for the evening. So, yeah, I actually asked him earlier. And just see what's going on in the background. Yeah, Matt's out. He might try and get on, but chances are, if he does go on, he might go on to Melissa because I know it's Melissa's birthday today as well. So I'll probably pop over there later. See if she's still live. I mean, Matt can't come on all the time. I don't expect him to come on all the time because obviously he goes places. He's got, believe it or not, he's got other friends. I think he's talking to somebody on the phone, so it's fine. Yeah, I think he knows. Jackie, don't tell him he's muted. He knows. He probably knows he's muted. So let's see how it goes. Hiya, Bexy. Hope you're okay, dude. See, oops. What's this? The new law starts here in Australia. Under 16s, no internet. What? Don't know how that's going to work. Aussie is first country to enforce it. So how would they actually have to go back to the old conventional times of actually using books to look up something? Because sometimes that's not always convenient when you're looking up things, when everything and anything is on the internet nowadays. And also you can also put things to where it's safer for children, like potential block or something on the computer. So how that's going to work, I don't know. No Facebook, no Snapchat, TikTok. Yeah, there'll be a way around it somehow. So that's it. Social media is not always the problem. Sometimes it can be other things, and there's always predators out there all the time. So you just can't. You can't. What's the word? Police everything, if you know what I mean. Sometimes if you've got children, you need to check on what they're doing and make sure that they're safe. So it might work. And he's got a question for everyone. Do you think they have money in 100 years' time? Bloody hope so. Oh, facial recognition. Yeah. I don't use that on my phone. Why not? Because, I mean, your face can change. And it can. You get older. You get older, or what if you have an accident, or it could be anything. Yeah, cyberbullying can be a problem. Hi, Craig. Hope you're all right, dude. Cyberbullying could be a problem. But then there's also ordinary bullying, and they don't really sort that out, do they? Yeah, I feel sorry because if the children have been used to it, anything and everything's on there. And then when they had the lockdowns, everything was going through the what do you call it? They were doing remote learning at the time, weren't they? So what is a picture behind him? That's Union Jack. Behind him, Tom on a mission. Yeah, you're gonna do the chili challenge, Jackie. No. I would end up being sick. Simple as that. Not by choice. I've got a gastric reflux, everything that goes in that's even a little bit spicy. I end up like everywhere. And it's annoying. Not stopping kids using the internet. I think they're stopping them from having accounts. I think the problem is kids are that clever. They'll find ways around it. They always will. Always will. Grief, I'm burning away here. Forrest, get your fan out. Oh, she's eyeballing up me roaches at the moment. It's because she normally gets locusts. Like I said, they normally go on a Thursday, but I'm going to be doing it tomorrow instead. So she'll be getting locusts and stuff tomorrow instead. Because I give her locusts a couple of times a week. She's already had a big dubia. So there was, what would win? A black widow, spider, and a cockroach. Well, the spider will, because they've got more venom to do something against the roach. So there you go. I mean, the six-eyed sand spiders, they're quite venomous, but people just don't know how venomous they are. I don't think they want to go out of the way to find out. See, I don't even know if he's got the screen on, so I'm going to just send him a message in Messenger to see what you can see. See what you can see. Bugger. I hate it when I can't spell when I know the word so easily and then just like, bleh. Right, sorted. So, yep. People, that's the thing, when people know about the venom on certain spiders, they're not exactly quite aggressive. But I do know that some Sydney funnel webs can be quite aggressive, and they're quite venomous too. So I wouldn't go around handling any of them at any point.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was just checking because I don't know whether you were still talking to somebody on the phone or something. But yeah, that's what I mean. I thought you were. But I'll just let you know that you was, just in case you didn't know. Because
No,
sometimes
I did. I muted it in time, and she heard it. So what you doing? I'm on a live stream. I said, yeah, my mate Mel just sorting out some plans. My mate Mel. So.
Oh, yeah. Some woman had a baby anaconda. It grew up and the dog went missing. See, the thing is, right, an anaconda, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They would probably eat a dog. They do eat some quite big things. And it's not just the eating, it's the constriction too. And they can grow and grow and grow to the day that they pass away, until the day they die. And they are known as the world's biggest snake. The longest snake is the reticulated python. So it's I wouldn't have an anaconda. It's just, I don't know if I had a venomous bite. I think I've been nipped by one of my Balfouris, but I don't know. It was because one of them had run off and I caught it in my hand and I felt burning, but I couldn't see anything. I just felt burning. And I just looked and like put it in the enclosure. I was like, you little shit. But I didn't see anything, but then it could have grazed me for anything. But at the end of the day, I just try not to be there. You know, I just try not to go out my way. Whereas people go out of the way to handle their spiders, I won't. If they walk onto me, then it happens. Yeah, I've heard about the new Anaconda movie. So we're just going to see how bad the AI is in that. Remember the one with John Voight and Jennifer Lopez? My kids used to love it. They used to think it was brilliant.
What, you fish?
No, an anaconda. You know what an anaconda is, don't you? Right. No, apparently they've done a remake, but my kids used to like watching the old one with Jennifer Lopez and John Voight in it, and they used to think it was brilliant. This is why sometimes I tie my hair right up on my head, because then the neck doesn't get too warm. Squeezing the pressure. I don't know, because they call it, was it PSI, don't they, per square inch? How much? So I don't know how much pressure they've got, but I know it'll be strong, very strong, because that's what they do. They crush you, don't they? They constrict, and then they'll swallow whatever it is whole. So I don't know. If I knew, I would tell you, but I've not really gone on my way to want an anaconda. Even if it was possible, I wouldn't get one. Got bitten by a huge spider in Greece. Didn't hurt at the time, but left a hole surrounded with dead skin. Took about a month to heal. Sounds like it had what the hell do they call it now? A certain thing in the venom where it just kills some of the skin. But they say as well, as long as you're clean and you just keep it clean, and majority of times it can just takes time, like anything else, I suppose. Any sort of cut. Want to see the new Predator movie. I've been told it's rubbish. The new Predator movie. I've been told it's really, really bad. I mean, I complained that we watched it. It was either on Netflix or something. And I watched Prey and I just looked and I'm like, okay, this is the biggest bag of crap. So, yeah. So I know the other one apparently says it's worse than that. I'm like, oh, yeah, because Simon and a friend went to watch it. He says, oh, I want to go and watch it. I'm like, I don't like, because they just seem to have dumbed them down a lot. They just throw them in as as some sort of, oh, it's the Predator movie. The Predator's in it. It's a Predator movie. And it's just like, no. Same as Hellraiser. Which one it is. It's one of them. There's probably the last few of them now. And he's only in it temporarily, just a little bit and that's it. And it's like, really? So that's what they call a Hellraiser movie, because Pinhead's in for about 5 seconds. Nah, no thank you. So that's what they do. The new Running Man's. Yeah, I've heard the new Running Man's meant to be pretty good. I mean, I like the original, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. But hopefully if the new one's good, then yeah, I have actually heard it's meant to be pretty good. So find out. See, it's not that. I'm very reluctant to go to the cinema these days because it's not that bloody extortionate. You need a second mortgage to go and watch it in the cinema. And then as quick as they put it in the cinema, it's on Netflix or what's the other one? Amazon Prime. And obviously you got to pay for it. And then it's just like, well, just wait. You can soon watch it. So, yeah. 90 PSI. Bloody hell. Quite strong. £8 per film. Yeah, I think I'd rather... Every now and again I'll watch it on my TV. I mean, we've went back and watched... When they've done, special screenings of like Jaws and Alien, when they've done that, and we've gone and watched them on, when they put the oldies up and they've gone and watched them. So that's pretty cool. I'm trying to think, was I with you when we went to first watch? What the hell was it called now? Labyrinth. John.
Where?
Watch, Labyrinth, the film. One with David Bowie.
Labyrinth.
Yeah. Were you with, I'm sure I was with you. I don't know. Might have been other people from the same group that we used to hang around with, or watched it in Rochdale.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I couldn't give you details going back that far, but more than likely.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. Because I know
we did go to cinemas to watch the big films, didn't we?
Yeah, that was different then, because if you all get together and go and watch it. Want Spielberg to make the Goonies too? I don't know, because obviously the kids have all grown up now. What would they do? Because they're too quick in either gender swapping somebody or somebody and it's like, no, don't do that.
No, they don't use the original cast. They use the original cast as like the parents, and then they use kids. It'd be you'd be able to do that with it.
Yeah,
and then bring it in that like the main kid or that group of kids have a special power when together. That's why it's you again and all that.
Yeah,
easy. Come on, get some imagination, Jackie.
Shut up, you duff you. It's because you're taller and bigger than me. I don't care.
No, do with that.
Yeah, but that's it though. They won't though. For a fact they wouldn't use them as adults and it's their children goes off on an adventure. For a fact they won't.
Oh, I loved it when at the end the ship sails out, gets out, doesn't it? And it sails out at the end.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, the sloth. Yeah. Hey, you guys. Yep. That's it. I mean, there's a few 80 films that I bloody bought on DVD, so my kids could just watch them as well. I'm like, yeah, you got to watch this. So that's why my kids have got to see things like Gremlins and Seeing Evil, you know, with what's his name? Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. You know, things like that. They've watched some of the older stuff. So, because not many of the kids will. And then they'll watch all these films that have been remakes. And they're like, yeah, it's brilliant. It's like, yeah, but the remakes.
The
remake
rubbish.
shit. Yeah. It's like the Nightmare on Elm Street when they did the remake of it. I'm just like, oh my God, what is this crap? Oh my God, I'm never watching this again. And I never did.
I haven't really seen a good a remake that I really liked of like an 80s film. Like they've done like Total Recall, Arnold Schwarzenegger. They did that, didn't they? And I didn't like it. I just didn't take off. Not as good as the first one.
No. Yeah, I've seen both. So yeah, obviously it's in the old one several times. I'm watching the new one and it's just like, don't feel right. Don't feel right. Not right. Does anyone remember Critters? Yeah, I've got Critters on DVD. Critters I just think they're funny. I think they're hilarious, Critters. Yeah, Critters are funny. Critters, Tremors, yeah, seen Tremors. Blade Runner, yeah. The original Blade Runner, though. What else? Critters was, yeah, Critters. Critters was top, yeah. I just thought it was funny. They are really, really funny. Trying to think of the films that they've just done over and over again. I mean, Simon likes all the old stuff. He likes things like the original, The Thing, the original one. Likes that. Original Predator and Terminator. And then he likes some of his gangster stuff. So, Aliens, you know, the original or the earlier ones. And then we've got movie posters all on the stairs and everything. John Carpenter, the Thing. Yeah, exactly. Welcome to Derry is good. I've been told it's good, actually. Welcome to Derry. So I will eventually have to get to see it. Welcome to Derry. They all float. See, I've got the original It on DVD as well. So I have the original one of that. Okay, that just sounds like a bloody old computer game. Yeah, he's popular again. Your sound's off. If
Back in a minute.
Okay. It actually reminds me of we got it's like a games thing off TikTok, believe it or not, TikTok Shop. And it has all the old consoles games on it. We've got like 5,000 games. So we've got like PS1 games and Nemesis or SNES and all the old consoles that we used to have. And then some in different countries are all on it as well. And they've all got loads and loads of games on them. It's games that we never got to play. They're all on there. And it's really good. And we paid £30. Well, I didn't. Simon paid £30 for it because you're going to get me the handheld one. And I'm like, nah. Get the one with two controllers. And then we can both play games. Or we just play on our own. So I was like, yay. So yeah, I was playing. Fair enough. I've got it on the PS. I've still got some PS1 games, and then the other PlayStation games. I've got Crash Bandicoot, but it's got some of the early ones. I'm trying to think where it's up to. 1 all the way to Crash Bash, Team Racing, and a few others on there. But I've already got them all. But I just thought I'll play out in here as well. Why not? Who remembers Eddie Kidd on the Commodore 64? They've got Commodore 64 games on that, on the game little thing. And the thing is that it's about that tiny, and it just goes into the back of your TV. It's really good. Obviously, there's some crap on there, especially when you have things like golf, snooker. I'm like, no. Yeah, they've got Tomb Raider, but they've not got it from the first one. They've got it from the second one. Don't know why. I used to have the first one on PlayStation 1. That's it. There's loads. So, I mean, Simon went on. He's like, oh, I wanted to play this as a child, you know, when I was younger and didn't get to buy, parents couldn't afford it and stuff like that. But then I'm like, we get to play it now. And it's like, bloody hell, it's hard. Castlevania. Yeah, I think that's on it as well. There's loads on it. I mean, I don't mind we buy the odd things from the TikTok shop. You don't think not everything's all bloody where people do dance routines and somebody's shouting and screaming at the on the video, and it's just like, I just think, just blew a fly off me. Just avoid it. Don't watch it. Simple as that. Don't like it, don't watch it. Simple as. Bye. Dungeons and Dragons, that's on it. Does that mean there's loads on it? Because we went through quite a few of them, and there's loads. Like I said, there's 5,000 games on there. I mean, like this, like I said, there's some consoles that they've taken some games off that not even from the UK, they're from different countries. Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 on PS5. Ah, cool. I know Simon likes his asset. He likes his Tomb Raider games, and he plays the Alien games, and what's the other one that he plays? You know, there's loads. So he does a lot of gaming. A lot. So that's up to him. I just say it's a lot easier just to say goodbye. You go and play on your Xbox. He's got the Xbox. I got the PlayStation, but I stopped after PS4 because for the PS5, I didn't think they brought out enough games, so I refused to buy. Get the PS5, and then before you know it, PS6 will be out. The Nintendo, if you got one of them, big money. Yeah, I remember buying my sons. They had the Nintendo 64. Was it? Yeah, Nintendo 64 they had. So they played games on that. So there was just some shop that I went in and kept buying games from that for them, and they loved it. So that's cool. She's there. Look at her. Yeah, I think there's the seal's gone. Oh shit. All over the floor. Right, I'll have to wipe that up. Don't know why. Don't want it to go. Yeah, thank you. I don't want it going dodgy. I hate it when it goes dodgy. Because means having to go and look for a new one. Absolute pain in the ass. Okay, thanks. Look at her. And she's thinking of food. But she'll have to. She got a free roaming dubia, so she's. Yeah, no. Yeah, well, she's not having that, that's for sure. So, the film out called Wacky Races. Yeah, the remake. I think. So you have to watch. Sometimes you'll see things advertised, and then you look underneath, and it'll say concept. So it means they've done an idea of who they want to play, and they'll put all bits together, and it'll look really exciting. Then you see the word concept, and it's like, but it's not a real. It's not a real film, and you're like, well, I'm not watching that. Dave, mind out of the gutter. Paperboy, bloody hell, yeah. Paperboy was frustrating. Damn. But that's on there as well. But then I've got 40 years and years ago, it was all like old arcade games and everything on and yeah, that was for the PlayStation. So I've got that as well. First computer, the ZX81. Kind of remember that furthest back. I mean, I remember at school being on the Commodore 64 because you had to do this learning and everything was all, you know, block and everything. And you're like, and you thought it was really exciting. But now when you look at it, it's just like, yeah, I've got a Game Boy upstairs. Got a Game Boy Color. Just obviously it's been put away. I even got like loads and loads of different versions or colours of them, like Dan Dixon has. He's got frigging loads, and that's just loads. You know, different colours, and then obviously different upgrades from each one. It's like, yeah, it's too many. I ain't got that much room. That's why, I mean, I'm backed up, but I've got loads of DVDs and Blu-rays because I prefer having proper physical media, because they do change a lot of stuff. Same on music. They'll bring an album out and then they'll decide, oh, that's too controversial. Oh, we can't have that. And then they'll either ban it or, you know, they've done it on films. They'll take scenes and stuff out. Sometimes you'll sit and watch it on TV and you'll be like, I'm sure there's something missing from this film. And then you'll realize they've cut something out because it's not good for the, you know, the time that it is now. And it's like, but this was years ago. This is when it was accepted. It was okay. Nobody's seriously damaged from it. You know, it's just where you can live and learn from the mistakes, that things have just changed over time. But trying to erase history does not get you anywhere. It's just bloody stupid. And you'll find a lot of people are going back to certain things, because I found my son, my eldest son, and he's like 34. He's buying records now. Why not? He even bought himself a record player. He even asked me, Mum, have you got a record player? And I'm like, yeah, it's in the loft, because I can't leave it in my room because my cats were bouncing off and on it. And my records were going. So I was like, nope. I won't have my records scratched. So, yeah. Oh, the VIC-20. Yeah, remember the VIC-20. I even remember the Sinclair. So, yeah. Seen them all, or even been on them all. So, yeah. A quarter of an hour. It used to be a pain in the ass of the Commodore 64. You'd be waiting for something to load, and then it'd come to the end of the tape, and then it's not loaded, and you've got to turn it over. And it's like, no! So you'd be sat there frustrated. Ah! I mean, the first games console we had is, I can never remember what it's called, is where you got them little white lines and they've got a ball going across, and it's like, boop, 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 boop. Can never remember the name of it, but that's the one that we had, the first one we had. So it's got to be in the bloody 70s, early 80s. So it's like, wow. So yeah, you start showing your age when you remember stuff like that. I don't even know what the hell happened to it. No, I know about the Atari. The Atari is the one where you've got the I've had an Atari as well. Got like these cartridges, and they're about so big, and you've got to slot them in the back. That's the Atari. So no, it's not the Atari. It's something before that. A lot older. So, yep. When I was growing up, we used to play throw stone at the wall. Who could get to the wall closer? Yeah, that's very old. See, that's it. Nobody plays outdoor games anymore. Should play things like British Bulldog. Or there'd be, was it Mother May I? And oh, there was other games you could. I can't remember all the games. That's it, Amstrad. That's it. See, you remember, Tom? Yeah, Amstrad. I always forget. I don't know why, but I always forget. British Bulldog. That was fun. Oh yeah, it was too violent. I was like, really? It was fun. You know. Bill's character. Everybody's all bloody little babies that cry over the slightest thing. It's like, no. I just think it builds you up. Everybody, you know. Whereas them days, I think there was less bullying in them days. I really do. I mean, they tried to bully me, but I retaliated in the end because I just snapped one day. But oh, yeah, I don't know about the Amstrad, but I do remember, like I said, the Commodore 64, they had the tapes. And especially if your tape decided to buckle in the actual cassette player. And that'd be it. Bye-bye tape. That's it. Gone. Well, the price that they ask for some games now, And yet they charge you more for actually having the thing in your hand. No, I'm lying. Sometimes they charge more for actually just getting it. Yeah, it might be the Amiga. All I remember, it was a brown thing, and I had just small buttons, and it was very, very basic. 70 for Gran Turismo. Bloody hell. Can't believe it's how expensive that is. That is so expensive. 70 quid. God, I remember when, trying to think who, I think it was either my sons or whatever played on the Grand. See me, he's 31 now. He's gay, he's cars mad, loves his cars. Very good at his car games. Even though I find things like the Grand Prix very, very boring, you know, going around doing laps around a bloody track. I'm just like, nope, bored. But he's always liked his cars. So, and yeah, then I've got my eldest son, he likes football. In fact, my young son likes football as well. So always good for playing things like FIFA and all that. And it's like, yeah. And you're a top computer, cheap for a game. See, that's it. In fact, on the that games console, you can actually get the cheats for them. It's like, really? I remember the days when you could get the I used to get the PlayStation magazine, the early ones, and you could actually get the cheats. Not the cheats. What do you call them? Where you can just play the games temporarily. And it used to be great. You know, you get to test the games and think, oh, I can't wait for this game to come out. Oh, I'll definitely buy it. But you get to do at least one level to test it out. Can't remember. There was some games I played on. I had frigging loads, but in the end, I binned them because I had far too many. I mean, far too many. Now, they would be worth loads now if I'd still had them, but I had far too many. And moving them, especially when I moved house quite a bit, just far too much. Yeah, walkthroughs, demos, that's the word. So now, if you want to look for a demo, you got demo discs because you get them on the PlayStation 1 magazine, then PlayStation 2, and it's good. It were fun. Then you can actually play all them because then you get to test everything. It was a lot more fun. Can't beat zombie games. See, everybody has certain games that they'll stick to, or a genre that they'll stick to. Like I like all the Crash Bandicoots, Spyro the Dragon, Ratchet and Clank. Things like that. I like the sense of, I don't know, the humor in them, the funny bits. But Simon likes his zombie games, and he likes things like Gears of War. I think he's played Halo. DayZ, not heard of that. Then you get things like, what's the other one? Who's the one that does San Andreas and all that? I forgot the name of them. Mario Kart. Yeah, they're funny. Hello, Michael. You all right, dude? Remember the noise you had to put up with loading Maniac Miner for the Sinclair? Bloody hell. Frogger, damn, yeah. And it's going across like a little screen. Like you got to wait until it dodges all the cars and everything. And that was funny, that. Things that we did when we were kids. See, that's it. We can entertain ourselves more. Whereas children nowadays, a lot of them are just stuck in front of computers, and then you'll turn around and say, I'm bored. It's like, hang on a minute. We had to put up with a few channels and a bloody crappy computer, and the games didn't play half the time. We actually had to go out and do our own entertainment and then come home when the lights came on. Screech, etch, screech. Yep. That noise, it used to sound like one of them fax machines, that noise that they'd make. And then you're like, turn the sound down. It's going through my head. Ah! Pain in the arse things. Yeah. I mean, I don't do as much, like I said, since doing my wrists, and well, I do sometimes, but I normally from upstairs I'll put my gloves on. I've got like the arthritis gloves. They help. Not brilliant, but they help. That's all I can say. Hyperloaders. I don't know. I think it was torture, actually. But yeah, back in the day, there was no Facebook, exactly, no YouTube, no Twitter, no computers, no PlayStation 5, no Xbox, exactly. You had to put up the, I don't think if I've still got it. I'm surprised it's been put away because I know for a fact I refused to throw it out. And I had, it wasn't Space Invaders, Astro Wars. I had that, and it was about that big. And you'd have like shields that you hide behind, and obviously the aliens were all dropping bombs on top of you, and you'd have to go behind the shield so you wouldn't get hit by them. So I think I've got that somewhere. I'm trying to think where I've got it. Might have it in the loft somewhere. So that was a fun game. But again, like I said, it was like a mini arcade thing. And then obviously if you wanted to play games that were out, you'd have to go into an actual arcade and play them. And then feed the machine with lots of money. Back in the day, yeah. See, that's it. We're showing our age now. And then the days where we had to go on the computer, if you did go on the online, and it was through your telephone and it cost an absolute fortune. You're like, ah! But nowadays it's a lot cheaper for what you get. The only downside is at certain times, like peak times, the internet can slow down. Doesn't matter if you've got the top notch, you can slow down. Wonder if you had an old computer, do you think it would still load them old games? Do not know. I don't have any old computers, so I don't know. Because obviously getting parts for things like that used to be an absolute pain in the neck. But I do know people that do go back to old games. Why not? Because not everybody can afford all these new games that come out. It's just extortionate. I mean, the only time you can really afford them is when they do sales and stuff like that. And then if you're saving it to the actual console, it takes up memory. Well, it eats it all up, and then it's like gone. So it's a good idea in one way to save it, and like you've got maybe a terabyte of memory, but then it soon fills up, and then it's like, oh, I've had to delete my old game and to bring this up, and it's like, no. Especially when you had like the little memory cards instead. I preferred that instead. Do you remember the first computer coming out? That was it, ping pong. That's what I was on about before. The one with the white sticks, and it was like a type of ping pong. So, oh, that was just a nightmare, that. Because somebody said it was Amstrad. Could have been Amstrad. But yeah, I remember us having that. I have 2 consoles here. Oh, 2 arcades. Gauntlet. I like the Gauntlet. The Ford. Oh, I know what you're on about. It's like the little joystick. It's like an actual stick. And it looks like an old stick for your car. And you move that, and then sometimes you have a button or a couple of buttons, and that's it. And Blasteroids sounds familiar. Can't say that I know it completely. I'd be lying if I did know. So, yep. How things have changed. Joystick for the old computers. Majority of times for some of the old computers, it was you had to use the keys on the computers, which were an absolute pain in the neck because you're like, which key is it? And you have to look up. Oh, you got to use the A and the Z, and like, which was a pain in the neck. So yeah, entertainment, everything's changed, but I just find that a lot more people complain that they're stressed out. Yeah. Ooh. So yeah, some people have good reasons and people just have terrible reasons. Oh, I had an argument. It's like, really? F1 and F2 if you want to play the game. Right, fair enough. Oh, she's sneaking out. Is the bearded dragon. So yeah, we've got things planned for next year, which I can't wait. Cannot wait. That will be exciting. So yeah, like I said, Simon will be 80. Yeah, he gets picked on by me, my son. Gets. So yeah. Can't wait. What's up this? Love the old Yeah, old cartoons. Good grief, yeah. Then they've shown remakes of old cartoons, and you're like, that's not what I watched as a child, and that is the biggest bag of rubbish ever. I am not watching it. See, that's it. As far as I know, I don't know whether they have the normal ones on the net because I don't watch any normal TV. Do not know. But I do know that they stopped doing it, and everyone went to certain cartoon channels. And it's like, nah. Grot bag was scary. Yep. Catch a pigeon. See, that's it. You don't see much of the old Looney Tunes much anymore. I used to sit down and they'd come on and you'd sit down and watch them and laugh at them because they were just stupid, but they were that stupid. They were funny stupid. You know. Grot bags. Yeah, sure funny. I used to watch the was it the EMU's all new pink windmill show and whatever else there was on the riverbank. Don't remember that. Do you know? I think somebody's asked me that before, and I'm like, but chances are, if I'd seen it or maybe seen a clip from it, I might turn around and say, "Oh yeah, I remember it," but I don't remember everything. But that's it. It used to be a day you would want to get home from school and watch the cartoons, or if the cartoons were rubbish, you'd go out. Oh, black and white. Yeah, that's no. Definitely don't remember seeing that. I'm going to throttle that, John. How dare he go and do his own thing? Rosie and Jim, yeah. My older two kids, in fact, the older three, used to watch that, and they used to watch Tots TV as well. So they used to watch that. So, yep. Stick of the Dump. Yeah, I remember watching that myself. I like that. Stick of the Dump. I got, Simon bought me, what did he buy me now? Box of Delights. He bought me that on DVD. Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Man. Yeah, they did actually a new one because obviously the older version was in black and white as well. So obviously it's before my time. But I seen the later one and thought it was funny. Raggy Dolls, yep. I know I bought that on video and my eldest daughter loved it when she was younger. She used to like the Raggy Dolls. So we had that. And then, what else? There's loads I used to sit and watch. I used to watch Metal Mickey used to be on a Saturday, and then you'd watch Alf used to be funny because he always used to try and eat the cat, which I found hilarious. The Thumps, I think that was the Flumps. That's not the reject bin. So what's that for? Let's see. Has Bluey taken over? I've heard of Bluey. I've seen things like that on, heard about it, and I've seen some of the toys and some of the shops. Captain Caveman used to like that. You've put solvent murders. You mean he used to solve? Solvent? She comes out with a hairspray. There you go. It's been solvent. Yeah, Alf was so funny. Used to love that. Then there's Round the Twist. That I thought that was funny. And Fraggle Rock, yeah, like that. In Cornwall, cool. Yeah, I used to like Fraggle Rock. Then you'd get the Raccoons, that was one. DuckTales, Animaniacs, Muppet Babies. Oh, good grief. Trying to think of more now. What did we... I think it's on Prime. I'm not too sure. That was it. Button Moon is actually on Prime. So we actually put it on to watch, and it's like, oh my days, did we actually watch this? Quite funny. Danger Mouse. Yeah, I like Danger Mouse. Danger Mouse is funny because I've got Count Duckula on DVD because I used to just think they were just funny. It would be a duck that's a vegetarian instead of a vampire duck. They were funny. Clangers before my time, but I know of them. Banana Man. Banana Man was funny. Super Ted. Super Gran. Not funny. Rent a Ghost. Trapdoor. I've got that on DVD as well because it's like watch Trapdoor. The original He-Man. The original She-Ra. The doors come open a little bit. What else? Mr. Ben. Yep. Wind in the Willows. Moomins. Yeah, the original Moomins. Not, they did ones later on, and I'm like, what the hell is this rubbish? That's not the Moomins I used to watch. I used to watch that. Even the TV was better because she actually wanted to be in. And that's when you used to sit and watch a soap on TV, and they would have a bit of sense of humor. Nowadays, it's everything's like throwing everything in your face, factual, 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 and it's all serious. And it's just like, but you watch these things to get away from real life. You want to lock yourself away and just watch something else. Follow Mr. Spoon, Button Moon. Yeah. Like I said, they've got them on Prime, Amazon Prime. If you watch them, they've got it. Like I said, Simon and I watched the first one. It wasn't on. They're not. You never realise that you're actually watching. You're like, wow, that wasn't on for long. Oh, he's back.
I'm back.
Good God.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be on phone calls, but like they're important. They're important. So
let's have a look. Crackerjack, yeah.
I won't answer another call now. Actually,
just say you're not in. It's a bit late anyway. It's nearly bloody 10 to 11. Yeah, Crackerjack. Magpie, I don't remember. Blue Peter, yes. Good entertainment. Bagpuss, yeah, please watch that.
Oh, I love Bagpuss.
So,
and weren't there some I don't know, they looked like little furry creatures, and they had like they drove around in little cars. They look like, I'm sure they look like little like teddy bears, and they're in little cars, and they drove around. And then in the show, there was a couple of shows. They had the Arabian Nights as one of the shows that he showed in it, and something else, and it was on for like an hour. I forget what they were called, but there's loads of good old programs.
Care Bears were okay. I used to like Gummy Bears better.
Yeah, I don't think it were the Care Bears I was talking about, but I do know the Care Bears. Well, yeah. I'll tell you the story about the Care Bears. Thank you, Andrea. When we got the first tellies outside the front room, And this, well, it's not particular Care Bears, but you'll get the gist when I say it. But so it come Christmas, and my mum got the girls a telly, a black and white portable for their room. I was fine with that. I'll have to wait till my birthday in July. So I waited to run home one day and getting my new telly in my room and all that. And my sister's telly was in my room when I knew it should have been mine. And it full of stickers like Care Bear stickers or whatever were out at the time. It were full of, it were bashed in, the aerial were broke. And I just heard my mum downstairs say, "No, Granville, it's his telly. Leave it. Leave him. It's his telly." Because all the girls are screaming by this time. And I had to go and fight for my telly and get my telly. So the week after, I made my mum put a lock on my bedroom door then.
Oh, the days I had to do that. I had to do that.
My Little Pony. That was some of the stickers that were on that telly. My Little Pony. That was one of them.
Oh, the torture. Mary Mungo and Mitch. I don't remember that one. Do not remember that. Cabbage Patch Kids. Bloody hell. No, they were expensive at the time when they came out. I always wanted one and I never got one. So yeah, they were expensive at the time. Very expensive. And people were going crazy for them. What else did they go crazy for? I remember a few times I went crazy for yo-yos, pogs. Bloody the craze of the pogs. Oh, that were. And then I remember when my kids had them stupid bloody aliens, and they'd be in them like egg shaped, and they would be in this like jelly. And the jelly, if you got it anywhere, it would stain. And I'd be like, "No!"
Oh, the banana splits. That's what I was going on about before. The banana splits Adventure Hour.
Oh,
the show featured a group of heroes, including Priest Turum, Princess Nida, Frick the Magician, Racine the Strong, and a shape-shifting man named Bez, who fought the evil Bakar and his forces. That was Arabian Nights, which was in the Banana Splits Adventure Hour.
I kind of remember. The problem is, I used to freak me out, the banana splits. Thank you. I just did not like them. Sesame Street, yeah. Like Sesame Street. That was funny. A big yellow chicken, you mean Big Bird?
Big Bird. One of John's nicknames, that Big Bird.
Yep. Tall and lanky. Yeah. Well, they're meant to be doing a bloody remake of He-Man. It's like, yeah, as long as they don't do it where He-Man might be gay or something like that. It's like, don't mess with it. Just leave them the way they were. Why? It annoys me. It is. It just puts a downer in everything. Nobody can do something new. They have to destroy the stuff that's already out. And it's like, no, you don't need it. So, oh, hold on. The banana splits. Yep. The Arabian Nights. Oh, yes. I remember the Arabian Nights now. I remember watching it. Three Musketeers. I actually used to like, oh, fudge. That's not right, is it? D'Artagnan and the Three Musketeers. I used to like that. I used to love watching that as a child. What is the castle called in He-Man? Grayskull.
Castle Grayskull, yeah.
Yeah. You can watch them. I'm sure they're on Amazon Prime as well. You can watch all them. And then you realise how many times they've used the same part in the cartoon over again, especially when he's rolling on the floor and you're like, sure, I've seen that bit before. But things like that, you know, it was fun. You enjoyed it. And everything was just normal, you know, for kids to see, yeah, the hero wins and get, you know, the baddie gets away with it. Oh, get it next time. Or, you know, that's what you wanted to see. None of these extra bits thrown in. I mean, I used to laugh at the old Tarzan, and it was the black and white one. I think it was like Johnny Weissmuller or whatever they were called. And they'd speed up the camera to make it look like he was quicker at swimming. To speed it up, and it's like, yeah, that's hilarious.
I
That's
just
my name.
remember going watching Superman, the first Superman with Christopher Reeve, and
Yeah.
when I come out, I always wore like donkey jacket type things when I was that young, and
Yeah,
I just remember, and I like I'm sure I did something like all the way home, you know what I mean, running all the way home from diving onto grass, just free diving onto grass, you know. And then when I got home, Mum's had to, "How come with all this mud on you?" I've just been diving on grass, Mum, thinking I'm Superman.
Yeah, I've seen Superman 1, 2, and 3 in the cinema, and the which was it? Batman, but the 1989 one. I remember seeing that in the cinema too. So that
Who is that with the scarecrow in the fields, children fields? You're not talking about
I know that we had Wurzel Gummidge, but
Wurzel Gummidge, yeah, that's how I was thinking. And Aunt Sally.
Aunt Sally. Have a cup of tea and a slice of cake.
Danger Mouse, yeah, that was another one.
That's why I like Danger Mouse, and then obviously Count Duckula. But like I was saying before, got them on DVD. I just thought they were funny. But then the voice fight David Jason.
Yeah, he was the voice for him, weren't he?
Yeah. So all good fun.
Wurzel Gummidge and Aunt Sally. So Wurzel Gummidge, he was also Doctor Who, weren't he? He was a Doctor Who, weren't he? What's his name?
Was it John Pertwee or something like that?
Yeah, John Pertwee.
Yeah.
Which Doctor was he?
Don't know, I can't remember. Do not remember. I don't know which number Doctor it was, because I liked the older Doctor Who's, but the newer stuff didn't watch any. And then they've axed it again. It's like, well, they've ruined it, trying to put current situations into it, and it's just like, you can't do that.
Well, he was in the first Doctor Who that was colour broadcast.
All right.
And
hi, John. John Bengal. The third one. There you go. Presenter of Rainbow when they've.
Yeah, the third one, weren't he? Yeah.
Yeah, the guy from the presenter for Rainbow was Jeffrey Hayes or something like that. You were called. Yeah, he worked at Tesco, but yeah, it all changed. I think what else? Loads that were worth watching. But sometimes I like going watching the older stuff. Like I said, that's why I used to get older films. And then the kids would get to experience it. So my older, my kids, obviously didn't get a chance to see them. But then I've heard some people, oh, I won't watch it after a certain day. It's like, well, rather you. Yeah, I remember that. I used to be a taxi driver. I do remember. Snugglepuss. I don't remember Snugglepuss. I know there was Snagglepuss, but wasn't he in the Wacky Races? You weren't allowed. Yeah, some people were scared at the time because there was, you know, obviously newer stuff. You see, this is when the BBC was worth watching. It isn't now. It's worth binning. That's it. I've not watched anything for years. I just stopped when I didn't have it. I didn't watch it because I was bored. I'm like, nope. All the soaps repeated that many times. They just run out of ideas. It was better when it was like twice a week or something daft like that. But no, when they started putting it on and they're in competition with each other, it's like, nope, because all the fun went out of it. No. I did not like Teletubbies. When the kids, there was only one of my kids watched it, and I'd have to sit. And obviously, at the time, we only had one TV at one point, and it was like, no, it's the torture. And I absolutely hated it. And then when me other ones that were younger, they took one look at it and was like, no, not watching that. I'm like, yes, I'm saved. They didn't have weird eyes, the Teletubbies. They had weird shapes on the top of their heads. That's all. And lived in a bloody hill. Oops, popping my food here. They lived in a hill. But it will, yeah, I just didn't like it. So I was glad when my two younger kids, they liked the Tweenies instead. At least they didn't make stupid little noises. Like, you get some and they're like, you don't talk like that. You talk like a right numpty.
Yeah, well, you got to be careful these days what you bring out in cartoons. Peppa the Pig had a bit of comeback one time. But I think a lot of the kids stuff's been hijacked to like impress on kids, like there can be anything and stuff like that. You know, like not just human beings, it can like be cats and dogs and all stuff like that. And,
that's it. It's gone the days where, as a child, you could pretend to be something, but you wouldn't be it. But they knew the difference. Not where, that's it, I'm going to grow up and be a cat. And it's like, really? It's right when you're just pretending. I mean, my kids, I used to buy dress-up clothes and everything for my kids. But they knew the difference. They knew what was real and what wasn't. They weren't stupid. But nowadays, oh yeah, you can become one for real. It's like, no, you can't. No, you cannot.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
No.
Have you moved your sign across the top of the screen there? Or is that me?
No, that sign's on the other side. I put it there ages ago. I did it last time because I'm paying for it at the moment. May as well. Damn. You can't lick the plate, not like the cats. Oh, bugger it, put it on top of there. And on top of one of the tarantulas enclosures. Oh, that's better. Rainbow got took off air. Yeah, Rainbow was funny, but I don't know.
Yeah, they're all perverted. Them cartoons. Captain Pugwash.
Oh yes.
Captain Seaman and all that lot, and let's just get it up and let's go through some of them.
Oh, I know some of the names, and you're just like, who was having a joke that day? Young ones, yeah, the young ones are hilarious. In fact, Simon has got my son to watch the young ones, and he thinks it's hilarious because obviously he didn't know about them. But Simon's got him to watch them, and he thinks they're hilarious. Captain Pugwash, yeah, Captain Pugwash was really, really messed up. Really messed up. Bloody go away, horrible things. Like fungus gnats, pain in the arse things. They were see, that's it. You found some programs that were meant to be for kids, but the jokes were aimed at adults. And you'd hear the joke, and kids wouldn't understand it, but the adults would be laughing, and you're like, yeah, that was definitely for an adult. Oh, Bottom, yeah, watch Bottom. I'm trying to think if he's got them all on DVD. He might have. So I know we've got All Father Ted on DVD. We've got them. And he's got the old Laurel and Hardy. It's got all them. We've got all the Only Fools and Horses along with the films. Got them. He bought Porridge, but then I found a better DVD. But he's got it now because I knew for a fact if he'd seen it, he would have bought it. And it's got Porridge and Going Straight and Open All Hours. And there was something else. I bought that for him for Christmas. So I said, yeah, that'll entertain you for a little while then. Yeah, Drop Dead Fred was good. Rick Mario was hilarious. Really good. What else has he got? Yeah, we've got all the Steptoe and Sons. That's why we've got so many bloody DVDs. We've got the cupboard under the stairs. It's absolutely filled. Because I had close to over 2,000, and that's before I met him. Because I was just buying film. And then we used to have a shop in Oldham, and you used to call like Music Zone, and they would sell, and you buy like bundles of them, loads of them. I'd be like, mine, yeah, get in this. Right, kids, hey, what needs to watch? And then it shut down. I almost cried. But then when they were selling up dead cheap, I'm like, right, straight in the shop. Same as Blockbusters. When they were shutting down, I was straight in there. Same as when they did that for Woolworths as well. In there as well. Straight in for sales, buying loads of films and all sorts and music. I've got a quiz for everyone. What is every character in... I don't bloody remember all of them in Wacky Races. Couldn't remember them all. I don't think we knew all of them anyway, because there was the odd ones they'd throw in. You're like, who the hell are them? But this is when TV was worth watching. Nowadays, it's not even worth it now. That's why the older stuff's better. I do know the old, was it E.T. originally, when Elliot goes over the top of the police cars on his bike, they were originally holding guns. But now if you watch it again, I don't know whether they've done it on the newer DVDs, but if you watch it on TV, they've taken them out and changed them for CB radios. It's just little things like that. You just don't realise they've changed things, or they take things out, or they'll cut something out because they've said something that's not good enough for this time, even though it's years ago, we're okay. It's like, it's annoying. It really is annoying.
So the story behind Captain Pugwash. So the British Captain Pugwash animated television series, which originally aired on BBC between 58 and 67, is widely believed to have featured characters with risky wartime names such as Master Bates, Seaman Staines, and Roger the Cabin Boy. In fact, the crew of the famous Black Pig ship included sailors with no such names. Present on board were Master Mate, Tom the Cabin Boy, Pirates Barnabas, and Willie. No character of designation of seaman appeared in the show. Series creator John Ryan successfully won retractions and settlements from the Sunday Correspondent and the Guardian after both newspapers claimed the show's characters did indeed have smutty names, and that the BBC had taken it off her as a result. So I never knew that. I always thought it was absolutely true, but it weren't.
Well, there you go then. Postman Pat, yeah. But then
Postman Pat with his black and white cat.
When I
Early in the
trying to
morning.
think when I watched it with one of my grandchildren, and it was like Postman Pat's married. Like, what the hell? What's going on here?
So let's see if
That's it. They used to. All these producers nowadays they can't. But I used to show off, but now apparently you can buy them. I used to have a Blue Peter badge, and that's from just me writing into them when I was a lot younger. I used to write a lot, so I got a Blue Peter badge, and then I got signed photographs. But nowadays I wouldn't even entertain watching it. No way.
right. So I've got the words to it now. So Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the postage bags in his van. Yeah, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's really a happy man.
Some of it sounds like there's extra
Everybody
words.
knows his bright red van. All his friends will smile as he waits to greet them. Maybe you can never be sure. There'll be knock-ring letters through your door. Hee. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels really happy, man. Yay! There we go. That's it.
Some of it felt like it didn't fit. Top of the Pops, yeah. When
Yeah,
Top
with
of
that
the Pops were watching.
bloody Jimmy Savile abusing girls on Top of the Pops live.
I know. That was bad. But it used to freak me out. It was just this freaky hair. And it's just his face. Ugh. Used to freak me out, the guy. Now I know why. Horrible man.
But yeah, you waited for Top of the Pops. Come on, what day did it come on? Was it like a Thursday or a Friday? Top of the
I
Pops.
thought it was a Thursday or something like that, weren't it? And they were like, yeah, see what happens on Sunday with the top 40. And then
Yeah, Sunday or whatever day we're on. I'm sure they did it during the week.
It was on a Thursday. But they were saying, we'll find out who's number one this Sunday. Because obviously then it would come up as number one on Top of the Pops on the Thursday.
Right.
Something like that.
Oh, Halloween, Kieran. We wrote a letter to him. We all did in my... Same at my school, loads of us. I don't know if I personally wrote one, but
I can't remember.
the school would have done something like that.
Yeah. Well, everybody thought he was okay. No.
Postman Pat, that was a good one. That was a good one. Let's see if I can find another one.
Oh, yeah, I know. Johnny Rotten told the truth. Yeah, because I remember seeing the clip for that. But there's been loads.
Oh, yeah, then he got cancelled. See you, Johnny.
Hi, Mike. That's it. Loads of things have been coming out, but if you wrote back, I'd be scarred for life. I think everybody, people that did, are scarred for life. I feel sorry for them. I really do. Poor kids. I'm just glad in one way it's kind of got better, but then obviously, and then it hasn't.
Don't you do karaoke, you, or anything like that, or get anyone singing?
No,
No.
I'd clear the room. I've never, touch wood, done karaoke. I've avoided it. I've got away. Don't know how, but I have. I used to go to pubs where they had it on, and when my kids were younger, like the younger three, they'd come, and actually, no, it was 4 of them at one point. Not all of them. I remember them all going on karaoke. The kids that sing songs in front of people. Now, if I asked them, they'd probably tell me to piss off, but they used to. So, I've got loads of photographs. Obviously, when cameras were, I mean, you can still get it because you can use that. I forgot what it's called now. There's a thing that you can send. You pay for just the postage. They're all right. I'll have to get some more photographs done actually, because they're pretty good. But when I had my ordinary camera, I was always taking pictures. I've got fucking loads. But then a lot got destroyed when I was with my ex-husband, because I think he was just jealous, and nobody knows where he is, and I don't think the kids care. Oh well.
Right, listen, Jackie, I'm gonna go, mate.
Well, I'm gonna hit it on the head at 12.
Well, I'll stay on another like 15, 20 minutes, Sam. I'll stay on another 15, 20 minutes.
Who we got? Mark Lewis. Hello, Mark Lewis. And I gather you're in Wales then, dude. Which part of Wales are you in? Is it South Wales or North Wales? Not as any problem with any of them. Rogue Farris with Jake the Peg. I don't know about that. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. You're in the South. Nice. Yeah. I mean, I've been North Wales quite a few times, but I've got a few friends in South Wales. Been South Wales maybe once or twice, but North Wales, because we're more closer to it. Been up north. Got to paint the Queen. Don't know him. If I don't know something, I'll even put my hand up and say, no, don't know it. I'm not going to pretend. You mean, oh, Rolf Harris. Yeah. Oh, God. See, I used to like watching Rolf Harris, and then you found out what sort of person he were, and it's just like, that's it. Nope. My childhood's in tatters with certain ones. And Rolf Harris was one of them. Just when you used to do all the painting and everything, and then you do the animal place in Manchester. And then all that came out. So it's like, not good. Not good at all. I think the bearded dragon's put herself to bed. I'm not too sure. Yes, she has. I'll turn the light off in a minute. Oh, Swansea. Nice. You're down in the valley. I can tell what it is now. Yeah. I'll tell you what I used to like. I used to like Take Heart, and it was with Tony Hart and Morph. Now, they were funny. They were hilarious with the plasticine. I mean, all that stop motion that they did when they put it all together. But it was really, really funny. So, yeah, that were cool. I did like that. I watched something on, I think it was on Snapchat or something, and I think it was something to do with Where the People Are from Grange Hill. And it was like, wow. you start showing your age, and then you see people that have gone on to certain things, and then you know it's like, damn, they've gone into films and like, yeah. Tony Hart was really, really good. He really was very, very talented. Some of the things he would do, I was like, wow. Because I know somebody like Neil Buchanan that used to be in, I think it was Number 73, and then he used to do that Art Attack, but also he's in a band, in a metal band, of all things. Which is, I don't know what the name of the band is, but I do know he's in a metal band as well. There you go. Heart Attack. Yep. Heart Attack. Then you had Art Attack by obviously Neil Buchanan. Number 73. Yep. Used to love watching that. Number 73. And you'd have the old Tiz Was. And then that's when you first seen, well, the first I saw was Chris Tarrant on there. That was funny. I used to have a right laugh watching that. Again, that's when TV was worth watching. The Gallery on Tony Hart. Yep, I do remember it. Because people would send things in, which were pretty good. Really good. Well, they weren't really plastic figures. They looked like it, but they were actually they were plasticine morph. So that were quite funny. I thought it was funny anyway. But it was all stop motion. It's like the same as they did for oh bloody hell, what's it called now? Wallace and Gromit. You're gonna have to clean that after, you know. Oh yes. On the mic. See if this coffee's cooled down. But this is hot now. It's because I've ate some licorice all sorts. Doesn't taste like there's sugar in it. But I know there is. The wrong trousers, Wallace and Gromit, yeah. Wrong trousers. The something of the Were-Rabbit. I think that was the last one I've seen, but I know there's other ones that have been since. Because I remember buying at the time all of them on DVD so the kids could watch it.
Do people remember Watership Down?
Yes. And how brutal it was.
That wasn't Jackie though.
It was for the time for kids to watch, and then you see bloody rabbits fighting, and at the time I was like, no, the guns are fighting.
we was babysitting one time when we were kids for our sister, and she come back with a fella, Lawrence, and he picked up a DVD on way home for us. Yeah. And so he brought it home. And the DVD, it was said I can't remember what it was called, but it showed a load of animals on the front. And like one of them had a patch over his eye and that. But when you looked in more detail, it was a bit more worse than that. But then when we put the video on, it was about animals having experiments done on them. And like he didn't know. He said it just looked like a cartoon video and it looked interesting. So he brought it home and like they had a dog like swimming in a tank, like forever swimming, you know, and stuff like that. And then another one, they did stuff on his head and he was a crackpot. Oh, it was brutal. It was horrible.
Yes. Tarka the Otter was another one. I remember watching that, but that was just like with animals as well. It's like, no. But I tell you who I used to like. Used to be on the TV, as in children's entertainment, and used to do voices for animals, and that was Johnny Norris. Now that was funny. Some of the things they'd come out with, and it was just like, yeah. You know, that guy was funny. Who else? I'm trying to think of the name of the guy that had was it an otter? A sea lion I forgot his bloody name. So there's loads of people that had animals that'd be on the TV, but you know, I can't remember. The over rabbit wandered into the other area where the rabbits didn't like them. Yep. Yep. I see there's lots changed now. Everything's just all, oh. Even some of the older Disney films. I mean, I've still got some, but I'll probably get rid of them all at some point because I've really, really gone off Disney. A lot of it I've just wouldn't watch. The older stuff, yeah. The newer stuff, no.
Dumbo. Oh, Dumbo.
Oh, Dumbo, yeah. Dumbo, Pinocchio, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the original, Cinderella. Oh, it's loads. And my mum said, I kind of remember Jungle Book. Mum said she took me to the cinema for that. So, yep. That's it. Oh, yeah, I remember the Black Cauldron. Yeah, everything's all pink and fluffy, and it's just like, really? Yeah, Black Cauldron, or what's it? The Sorcerer's Apprentice. That's good. Well, they used Mickey Mouse on it, though. The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Oh, just loads. It's like when they started updating things, and it was all, was it The Lion King? Become a bit more newer. There was a lot of Dumbos in my work. I am saying nothing, Kieran. I bet. Feel sorry for you, dude. I think there's a lot of Dumbos everywhere, so I don't know what you're on about, mate.
So,
knows one.
ABBA the movie, 1977, and I remember watching that in Oldham. So obviously, I was born in 1967, so I was about 10, and I think we went with the Tenants Association, and I just remember at the end of it, the reporter gets in the lift, and they're in the lift, and then they go down, and there's "Thank you for the music. The songs were singing." It was just really good at the end when the report. If you remember the film, the reporter tries to see him and he misses him and all that, and he gets in the lift and he thinks he's been, and they're in the lift, and then they go down, and then they sing a song, and then they're off. But that's 1977. I remember going with the Tenants Association from our street, Bridgewater Street, and us getting free into the cinema back then to watch it. And then obviously around them years, Superman came out, 1979. And I think things like, Pink Floyd, The Wall did was that 1979? That was 1979, but it weren't a mainstream film. But we got hold of that when we was in 1979, and we was watching it from like that early.
Good grief. Yeah, I remember Thunder. I used to love Thundercats. I actually don't the association. My kids went to the one on Coldhurst, but then they shut down in the end. I was gutted because they went to everything. They went to theme parks and everything with them, with this Tenants Association, and that was on Coldhurst. Yeah, She-Ra. Well, She-Ra's meant to be like the cousin or something like that of He-Man. So I used to watch both of them.
She-Ra, Princess of Power. He-Man. Oh,
shit. Not that many. Whoops. So I like my licorice. I love my licorice. This licorice and proper licorice.
I've got a quiz for everyone. What is a ghost called out of He-Man? He wears a green.
Okay. Sorry. It was too easy. Sorry.
There you go. You got your answer, Kieran.
What's the guy's name for He-Man? He wears, yeah. It wasn't green, it was red with a letter O on it. And then all you see is like a part of a black face, like a mask and a red hat. And you were called Orko. I don't know, because I used to watch it and then you could rewatch it on Amazon Prime as well. But like I said, they're meant to have made a new one. But if they start doing some silly things in it, it's like, nope, it's meant to be for children. We don't want to see this. You know, it's meant to be entertainment, not where they're putting messages in that they're trying to force down your neck. And it's like, you don't need it. You don't need it. It's just not right. It really isn't right at all. But yeah, He-Man, yeah, I used to watch that. I used to watch Thundercats. So at the end of the day, didn't matter whether you watched cartoons for boys or girls. We just equally watched them. They weren't all, you know, you could enjoy either. I loved them all. But nowadays, nah, not anymore. Sometimes I sat and watch things and I'm like, what the hell's that? I think I've been tortured again. So, yep. Like I said, everything's not fun anymore. They've just taken the fun out of everything. They used to make these cartoons for entertainment because you were escaping real life and going into fantasy. Like when you used to have the cartoon Dungeons and Dragons. I used to watch that. I used to enjoy watching that. So, you know, you always get the, you know, the kids and they all could do different things. And then you'd get the baddie and everybody would be like, ah. So, you know.
So, earlier on, I think you might have mentioned it earlier on. What's the show now where you've got the men, the punk rocker, then you've got
the young ones.
The young ones. So it is the young ones where they had the weekly show and thingy. What was that bald-headed guy's name who came in it every now and then? He's one of the producers or directors.
Alexis Sale.
Alexis Sale, yeah. So, and then they had bands on, didn't they? And Madness was one of the guests on, and all them kind of bands from that days. And I like that. I like that a lot, man.
Yep. Yeah, Madness and all that. Yeah, they even had Motorhead. Remember Motorhead being on there?
They did. He had a lot of bands, didn't he? A lot of different bands on.
Yes, they did. So yeah. So that was funny. Oh, I'll tell you what was good was the older Red Dwarf. But apparently they can't make anymore because was it Chris Barry's meant to be really, really ill now? Because we're seeing something about it. And it was like, no.
I met Holly, the computer Holly woman. She looked exactly the same as in Rochdale at the football stadium, I think it were. And she looked, and you know, like, honestly, I sat talking to her for like nearly an hour on and off. And then whoever I was with said, I'm going pub. And next thing, she's coming pub like afterwards. So then I've had another couple of hours with her, and she's one of the nicest, like, kind of celebs, something people you'd seen all the time. And I've met a few of them. I didn't like David Prowse. I didn't like him.
Who?
David Prowse.
Who's
Darth
that?
Vader.
Oh, right.
Green Cross Code Man. Didn't like him. I didn't like the cat, whatever his name
Danny
was.
Von Jules.
Yeah, I didn't like Danny, but Ollie, oh, fucking bang on she was. And she looked exactly the same. She had blonde hair, the same exact that she was Ollie.
Oh, Bob, was it the Bob haircut?
Yeah, unbelievable. She just, I mean, this was like 2000, maybe in 14, 15. So, you know, she's in her 50s, maybe 60s, you know, and she looks exactly the same.
Bloody hell. But then they took over and it was a turn to the guy, didn't it?
Yeah, because I bought. I'm sure she's got a. I might. No, it's not here. It's not here. But she did a book. I signed a book, and I'm sure it was a book by her. And I bought a book for 20 quid or something. But the fact was, she come in pub afterwards, and then like I spotted her. She was with a couple of people, but I went straight over and she was talking, you know, like, oh, yeah, you were in there and all that. I had a Star Trek hat on. No, it was a convention. I had a Star Trek hat, some at Star Wars. I had some of everything on. But she was the mint girl, mint.
That's cool. It's all right when you get some of them that are down to earth and not bloody got their head up their ass and think they're better than everybody else. Oh, it's annoying. Definitely annoying. Unfortunately, if Matt had been on, he'd be able to tell you some of the people that he knows or knew, because he knows a few as well. Because obviously there's some that's not far from where he lives as well. So yeah, because he used to be a cameraman for David Icke. So
you'd learn if you homeschooled, you'd learn. That's what you would do. No matter how old you'd learn. And
yeah,
you know, like yeah, you would learn. You would learn, and it'd be a good thing. It would be a good thing. I'm dead like that, you know, like me grandniece and all the kids. They've always like learned stuff with me. I'm not boring, you know what I mean? I always learn something. Museums and all that. Could take to museums for free and stuff like that. Local interest centres.
Yeah.
I do the spiel about the cotton industry, and it like I can connect slavery to it and all that, and I do all that good spiel, me, and I know it like really off by heart. But yeah, honestly,
have you been to the one? I think the one in Saddleworth. That's a good place, isn't it? Because I've actually done a video there. That museum there. Yeah, that's really nice in there. So it's like wow. So places like that, I love visiting. I'm trying to think. The last museum I went to was the Museum of Illusions in Manchester. That place was bizarre, but it was good though. Real laugh. Obviously, some things I'm like, yeah, I'm not going on that. It's going to make me really dizzy. So it'll be like Simon goes on instead. Yeah. You met a star once, well, at Scarefest. I don't know who you mean, Lorenzo. In fact, Dan's not done any for a couple of years, so I'm not able to go to any. Hi, Melissa. Still, sis, I was still hesitating to do a live, going to do one properly Saturday. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what time I'll be back home on Saturday, but yeah, it'd be better to do it on Saturday. And then make sure you put a link up and everybody knows about it, Melissa. Be a lot easier.
Is that a YouTube channel that she's saying about doing a live?
Yeah, Melissa is, yeah.
Right, I'm gonna see.
Is it under the Melissa Paranormal or this one, Melissa? You've changed. She's changed, hasn't she? Yeah, it'll be on there. So if you're doing it on Saturday. So how old are you now, Melissa? Yeah, me and her, because where we get on and everything, we just call each other sister. So she's an extra sister. And Matt's more like a brother to me, so it's all good. No, YouTube changed everyone's name, have they? It's bloody bizarre. Mel J47. Yeah, you're 47. Cool. Melissa's 21st. Yeah. 21st. Good God, I had 3 kids that are 21 then. Yeah, that just went downhill then. I wonder why YouTube's changed everybody's name. I mean, as long as mine comes up the same, we're all good. Let me just type in chat and see. So I've not actually checked. I'm using the @ tags now, so it's annoying. Yeah, @ JG's Cats and Things. So it's still the same. It's just the bloody stupid numbers you get. 5208. It's like, really? Everybody's got numbers at the end. Well, Kieran hasn't. I wonder why YouTube's changed all that. That's why I watch some of these creator channels. Some of them where they tell you all the things that have updated and things you've got to look out for. You have to. So every now and again, I'll watch some so I know what's new, what they've done. Yes, Mick Spanner was his name, and now it's Mike666. Really? No way. So that's right. That's bloody confusing. It's all readiness to tie your digital ID, folks. It bloody better not be.
No, you can't use spanner. It's a walk word. That's probably why. If he's called Mick Spanner, it's a walk word. Won't allow you to use it. It does that every now and then, YouTube.
It's annoying.
So, yeah, I mean, it was conventions. I've never been to massive, like worldwide convention. I've never been to, like, any of them big ones, just like the Rochdale Comic Con and the Bolton Comic Con. But the event centre at the side of Trafford, the big purple building, I think it's still purple. There's an event centre there. And every year they do like a video game like thing where
I think I've heard of it, yeah.
There's actually arcade machines, there's pinball machines, there's loads of settees, and there's Sega Mega Drives, PS2s, whatever you want. And then obviously, well, the PS2 have a stall and they're showing their latest software and stuff like that. And in 2015 it was VR, and so they had the big thing. And it's all for you pay to get in, you have to buy things, but all these stalls that Sony have, they're all free. You can go on and play it. So but I went in playing the video games, the box games, and the pinball game, and honestly, when you go to this event center, there's the queue outside is like waiting for a pop concert or something. But I was so lucky that the first time I went, I'd only been in like 20 minutes, and I started talking to a guy, and he was the events manager. Yeah. And I got to know him over that weekend a little bit, and give him a nod every now and then. I was a decent guy, just playing my games. I booked myself in for the pinball competition. So I was, like people knew, because there was a lad called John Lawrence, and I've been doing all the machines for the couple of days. So my name were all over him. When he come back the year after, I managed to get him for nothing, me.
Bloody hell, yeah. God.
And there's some cosplay thing, costumes, people. I love superhero costumes and all that lot. And I mean, like the Power Girl. Then anyone knows who Power Girl is? I just love that costume.
Power Girl.
The tits have got to be right out here. You can't have Power Girl like big bazookas. You can't. No, but like that's what as a comic girl. You know what I mean? And
you always emphasize something, so usually it's their bloody boobs.
Yeah, and some of the get-ups that people were unbelievable. I've met Darth Vader, and I've had Darth Vader do his choke on me, and I've gone like that in front of everyone. Did it in front of loads of people at the side of a car park, and they're all like, "Ooh!"
Oh dear. That's your new nickname, Power Girl. Cool.
Power Girl, yeah. No, but like when you go to the Comic Con or the cosplay things, that's what Power Girl's got, a big pair of bazookas. It's simple as.
Yeah. Oh dear. I need to actually go to a bloody Comic Con at some point. But there's somebody that's in the invert group, and he goes to all of them because he can properly draw. And he's done things from like Lord of the Rings and all sorts. And then he's gone to the actual place or the Comic Cons, and he's got the people that's from them to sign them. And it's like, wow. Like, what's his bloody name that did Terminator 2? I forgot his bloody name now. He knows. He's got him to sign for them Terminator and everything. It's like, wow. That's awesome, that. He will kill me now because I forgot his name. And he's already in that one that the series that I'm watching with Sylvester Stallone. What's it called? What's the one I'm watching? I forgot. Something I'm
John,
watching.
if you're into conventions, Venus Berlin is good. I wish I could. I should. You know, I've been to stuff in England, but I haven't been outside of England to any convention yet. But I should do. Before the end of my life, I've got to do at least a couple of a big American or Canadian conventions. And then I've got to do something in Europe. I've got to do that. Start, but definitely on the books, that, Lorenzo. 100% on my bucket list.
Have a watch of Emily Boo on YouTube, Jackie. She goes to all of them, to them all. Damn, lucky sod. It's all right when they can all go to them. And the way some of the effort that people put into them as well, and you're just like, wow, it is amazing. I wouldn't have all that bloody time. The makeup as well. Wow. Yeah. I mean, the most I've done for dressing up is I've done a few. I've only done it about, was it 3 or 4 times, and that's the zombie walk in Manchester. Done that because you do the zombie walk. You walk around. Everybody walks, and everybody's dressed up in something horror or whatever. And the money that you put on it, like at one point, I think it's like £5-6, and it was for it goes towards a charity. So it's like, yeah, do that. Didn't mind because there was, you know, charities that are worth, you know, doing it for. So I didn't mind. So I've been to a few of them. And then I've done like dressing up on Halloween and going for nights out. That was a laugh as well. I've done that a few times. But where some people do the makeup and it's just like, damn, I wish I had that talent. What happened?
Right, I'm going.
Yeah, you're going 12 minutes to ching.
Yeah, I've done conventions. Like I said, Rochdale Comic Con. That's that's the biggest convention I've been to. But David Prowse were there. I met Ollie and Danny, whatever he were there. But
Danny
Ollie,
John Jewel, yeah.
Yeah, Ollie was just like fucking cracking. And then when I met her in pub afterwards, just unbelievable. And I just felt so fortunate that I could spend like 2 hours with her, just a really normal person, laughing jokes and all that. And you know, obviously I went to Comic Con, so I had a Star Trek hat on. I would have had one of my Star Trek shirts on, you know what I mean, and or stuff like that. Proper Star Trek up, a badge and all that lot. And my wallet was a Star Trek wallet, you know. I was like kitted up, you know what I mean? Oh God, honestly. Right, all right. Good night, everyone. I'll see you all soon. Watch Fox Streams. Like and subscribe. I've subscribed to who said she was going to do a live stream.
Melissa. And I know Leah's doing hers on Sunday, Unusual Pets. If you want, I'll throw some of their links into your WhatsApp or what's the other one? Facebook Messenger.
Right, no worries. All right, God bless. Good night, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Catch you later. Ooh. So I'll be going soon myself. One, I've got to just feed the gecko, and well, the frogs get fed every night anyway. And then I spray the jumping spiders and the I've got my millipedes to sort out as well, because I prefer millipedes than people were getting isopods. But I got bored of the isopods and I actually gave them all away. Mantis Garden's got them all. It's called Simon. In fact, he was in the chat on Monday. I gave all my millipedes away to Mantis Garden. So he didn't realise how many I was bringing over. I'm like, nah, I've had enough. Because I needed more of the room because I've got a lot of scorpions. So, yep, and a lot of me smaller tarantulas are getting bigger now. So, obviously, I've slowed down a little bit, but I will be getting rid of some of the repeat tarantulas I've got. Like, I've got 3 Hattie tarantulas, and I've got 3, which is the other one I've got 3 of? Davros pentaurus, or the tiger rump tarantula. So, it's things like that I'm going to do, mate. They'll probably be going on somebody's giveaway. Not on mine, but on somebody else's. It'll either go on not John's. It'll either go on Mark Spider Guys, or it will go on Scott's Inverts. I know Scott's Inverts, I'm giving away 2 pygmy wood scorpions because the females, because they're asexual, they can actually have babies without the male. So my females both have had babies each, and some I gave to Mantis Garden, and 2 I'm giving away on Scott's Christmas. We get other types. Millipedes, yeah, I've got some bumblebee millipedes, and I've got these ones as well. But again, any animal you touch, is always advisable you wash your hands before and after, because you just don't know what things they carry. And I do know that millipedes, obviously, a lot of people in the invert world will know, but not everybody does, and they can secrete cyanide. So, yeah, it's always advisable to wash your hands before and after, always. Otherwise, you'll make yourself really, really ill. But even with any animal, like I've been holding snakes. I mean, I've got down here hand sanitizer, or if I'm upstairs, soap and water. So it's just all safer ways of doing it. It is. It's like people, even when I've known people that have had pet hamsters or mice, or, and they've been bit by them. And I'm like, so did you wash your hands before you picked them up? And if the answer is no, and then you've been nipped by them, it's chances are they've smelt something on your hands and bit you, because they're just going off by their sense of smell. So it's always advisable to wash your hands before and then afterwards. Simple as that. Yep. Ooh, there was a little bit of feedback there. I do have headphones, but I've not used them yet. I mean, the other ones, they're upstairs, but I've got these ones as well. So they're a bit more updated, and they're not as battered as the other ones. But they've got the same thing on it. It's got a dial, so you can turn the sound up and down on it. But it's only every now and again, if there's a lot of feedback on lives, then that's the idea of using it. But then I've got to take the speakers out and put them in. But it's easy. Sometimes it's easier, the speakers. But these speakers are old, whereas usually your headphones, you can plug them into the speakers. These ones, because there's nothing wrong with them, I've just kept them the way they are. A lot easier. So, at least I've not had loads of notifications. It's a pain in the ass when you have loads of notifications. Let me see if I can find the thing that I'm going to do on Sunday, and I'll show you it. Let me find it. Let me see if I can find it. Let me find it, and then you can watch it before it finishes. Let me go on mine, and let's see if it's... I don't know how the hell to find history on this anymore, so I don't use it very often. Can we see it? No, I can't. No, I can't. What's it called? Here we go. There we go. Videos. No, that's not it. For frig's sake. I had it a minute ago. Let me see if I can find it. Ah, my mouse is not working. Pain in the neck. No, I can't find it. I'll find it a different way. Right, let's take that off. In fact, I don't think Leah's in anymore. Otherwise, I'd click on her link instead. It would have been a lot easier. Can I see if any of the older ones? No, not fair. So I know she put it in early on. The link. Let's see if I can find it. It does actually let you go back further for a change. Where is it? Before you couldn't even go this far back on your live. Now you can. Where is it? Get out of it, fly. Can we get that far back? Nope, you won't let me go. Yes, it will. This is bizarre how it lets you go this far back now. I bet you can't do that on the phone, though, on your mobile. Found it. Let's see if I can go to... No, to do that. Because I know she... fudge. There it is, yeah. No, not ban user. I'll put... You can actually do it on the... Used to never be able to do it on the computer. They have changed so much. A lot. Yeah, she's under his unusual pets now. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Unusual pets. Found her. Let's go to her channel. Yeah, let's go to that. Right. There it is. I found it. Oh, you spanner and a half. All right. Let's do this if we can do it. Go to StreamYard. Not that one. That one. Share screen. And that's the one. And then I'll put this on and play it. See if I can put it on now. There you go. So what do you think? Hey? Yeah. So let's see if I can throw her channel into the chat. Where? Where do bloody flies? Pain in the neck things keep ambushing me. See, I can't do it on the computer to share it. Where does it say? Nah, I'll do it the other way. Do it on my phone, it's easier. It does look fun. So I'm just going to get tortured on that day. There you go. So he's beat me to it. Woohoo! Right. The time is 12 and everything is quiet-ish. And I am going, whoops, let's just remove that completely if I can. Let me do it now. Oh, it's been a span. Hold on. Do that and it should be gone. Yes, it is. Right. I am going to call it a night. Ooh, yes, it's been a quiet one, but I wouldn't be surprised because it's going to be times that people are just doing things. Thursday nights are later shopping nights. I know they are around here. I don't know if they are anywhere else. So anyway, hope to see you on Sunday. That's if the box gets here in time. I'll soon find out. But yeah, I will catch you all later and hope you have a good night or a good morning or a good afternoon wherever you are. So everybody, hope you can all take care, look after yourselves, and I'll catch you all later.